Stream should be starting up relatively soon. Please give me a moment to make sure everything is set on up. I finally got a bit better sleep. Got a full 8 hours of sleep, so this live stream should go a little bit better than yesterday's. Sometimes you just need some good sleep. But it's just sometimes a bigger ask for more people than many people wish to admit. Or they tend to actually admit that a bit more openly. YouTube thumbnails up to date. Rumble descriptions up to date. Going good. That's going good. I'm gonna go ahead and check my other computer because I think everything's going good. Yep, and I think everything is going good, so go ahead and get started. My apologies. Oh, look, I'm up to 69 followers on Rumble. Nice. Of course, got a good number of replays available. I did also use Assist replay, so I'm gonna worry about that one. And yeah, let's just go ahead and do this one here. Microphone level's good. Yep, that's good. I think everything's good. Good. Greetings everyone, and Grade here. I have another Cup Heroes 1 replay. It's on the south side as a Wehrmacht player. We have Sky is the Limit. On the top side as the British forces, we have Maximum, Milo, Sundry. Did I already cast this replay?
Pioneers here.
I don't think so, because this Wehrmacht quarters is partially built, so this replay is definitely not one I've cast already. You have this Pioneer advancing forward. He partially constructed it, and now he's pushing forward as well. I wonder, is some sort of strategy for partially complete constructing something? Not so sure. If somebody can tell me a build order where you partially construct the Wehrmacht quarter multiple times, please do let me know, because this for a fourth Pioneer. It's not uncommon to see a bunch of Pioneers versus British forces. Of course, got an early Bren carrier. He's trying to just hit these Pioneers early. He generally knows that it's not uncommon to go for a lot of Pioneers, a lot of Kitagrads versus British forces. So going out for an early Bren carrier to be aggressive with these Pioneers is not a half bad idea. Has deployed out some partial Dragon Teeth tank traps here. He can quickly gun them down, try to go for more Dragon's Teeth over here. And these poor Pioneers are capturing up those regions. Right now there's 4 Pioneers in the field. Motorcycle being deployed on the field. And now this HQ is advancing on 4 as well. Great, he doesn't, and he's going to be setting on up in the munitions point. This Pioneer has received quite a bit of damage right there. Does manage to get, nope, does not get all the wire complete. If you look like this, there is an opening there that should allow infantry sections and Volks Grenadiers to advance through. And the British HQ truck has been set up over here. So the Wehrmacht players should have maintained good control of the right side of the map. Most time, British forces go to the right side of the map because that's where 2 VPs are. But in this case, he went to the left side of the map. So both players are going to have about equal distance to the right VPs, more or less. This area is still relatively easier for the Brit to capture than this one. But still, nonetheless, it's a little bit unusual to see the Brit on the left side. But there is, of course, advantages for that. It looks like I have something else being pulled up by the HQ now. We do have 2 motorcycles spawn in the field. That's a little bit uncommon. And now got the infantry section engaging the Pioneers. Motorcycle advancing on 4, gaining some fire from the infantry section now. Motorcycle has received a bit of fire there. Second motorcycle deployed in the field. He may be eyeing for some sort of a low bleed strategy there by cycling the motorcycles forward like you do with Katagrads. Not Katagrads.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
How am I missing the name? Kubelwagens from KO2. I don't know why my mind drew a blank. Now the motorcycle being repaired up by the Pioneers. He needs to hit that Pioneer squad, because the Pioneers are currently out repairing the damage the motorcycle received. Over here, Bren Carrier has been loaded up, mounted up with a infantry section. And I do got a second Bren Carrier here. It looks like the British player's eyeing for mounted play. He's going for this fuel point. He's going to drop some extra models there, but should be able to capture the point. And needs a full withdrawal from the region now. He's trying to dance around and does retreat back, but should be able to retreat back. Pioneer does get forced back. That is an MMG carrier, not a mounted squad. So he's going for more or less a mechanized play.
Do you need any construction?
Pioneers do capture up both VPs. This VP of those resources along the right side of the map are not being secured on up. So right now the British players are sustaining great income, while the Wehrmacht player is sustaining minimum base resources. Two motorcycles are here. Intersection, of course, can mount up in the Bren Carrier. We do have now the motorcycle receiving a bit of fire as well. Intersections, of course, do have more damage output if they're unmounted or dismounted. MP42 has been put on the field and trying to set on up. They have a good idea to get this MP42 inside this garrison, just to protect that VP, not VP, but cutoff point. Intersection advancing forward, could advance towards this light cover there rather than staying in open ground. And now trying to repair up the motorcycle now. Bren Carrier eyeing perhaps hitting that Pioneer. He's got multiple Pioneers in the region. Does use the button there on one of the motorcycles. It's not going to get out of the kill. Maybe it will. Good damage on the motorcycle. Bren Carrier is almost down as well. And does take out the motorcycle there. Bren Carrier could be next. And he's using the emergency repair ability on the front line. Oh boy, those Pioneers are wounded. Oh, did I just hear something else blow up? Did he just take out the other motorcycle there? He took out the other motorcycle there with the MMG carrier. Bren Carrier still receiving some repairs. And now right now the Wehrmacht player is forced back to the base. Let's take out Pioneer squad there. He's down. He lost 2 Pioneers. Does have a sniper on the field, which is gonna have trouble for those Bren Carriers around. And does go and find a better angle there, trying to avoid the MG fire from the garrison, from the HQ, and now he's upgrading to the skirmish phase.
We're losing a sector.
Or should I say not upgrade, but escalate. Same difference, really.
Sniper here.
Sniper may find a good shot there. He perhaps fire and withdrawal. Bren Carrier now going to try to camp that doorway. Pack 38, or let's see, where is that structure? There's the structure right there. He's probably need to get out Pack 38. I don't think 251 half track is going to be all that effective. Grenadier is also another possibility, but he doesn't really have the munitions for it. So Pack 38 is probably what he needs to deploy out in the field.
Sniper ready.
Lieutenant now capturing up this field point, denying this munitions point as well. That munitions point is critical at the moment.
I don't know if I can hold it.
And the Pioneers are capturing a lot of sectors of the map. The Wehrmacht player does have good map control, just nothing in supply. Pioneer does get another shot there on the lieutenant. Sniper does camouflage right there. MG42 bunker gains some great damage there on the Bren Carrier, sort of dancing around in front of it. Does not fire upon additional bursts there. Sniper does not get spotted as well. And if the Pioneers capture this point, he could actually add this point here to get the these sectors in supply. Of course, we do have a split trench here and the MMG carrier. The MMG carrier should perhaps eye a little bit farther back, but the entrenched intersection here can do some great work. They only have 4 members, however. One of them did get sniped.
Pioneers have this sector.
Kriegsberg is going for a Grenadier, not for Pack 38. He's going to need to squeeze out a little bit more munitions here. This Pioneer capture the point is actually critical because he desperately does need that munitions.
We are losing
Both
ground.
of these Bren carriers are upgraded to the MMG carrier. Up north, we've got the lieutenant catch up the sectors as long as the scope rifle squad. Grenadiers advancing forward. They could eye for that garrison. Let's get some great damage there, and desiring to go some tank traps there. Dosing some more tank traps there. Pioneer's getting some great damage as well. Gets a damage engine crit there with the Grenadiers bolt action rifles. It does take out the MMG carrier there with a lot of cheese.
Attention! The enemy advances. Was wünschen Sie?
Pioneers do find an angle there to capture the point, and that gets us much needed munitions income. Did that just go up by 10 immediately?
Forward supply lines are broken.
Oh, that's why it went up so quickly. He's salvaging the wreckage. That salvaging the wreckage there providing him a boom of income. Sniper does find another shot there. Does receive some shots as well. Now it's like a great spot for the sniper being in range of the garrison, but he's able to get good damage nonetheless. Good snipes there. Down the one last model there, but I saw Captain deploy on the field. I saw the Aura. The Captain does receive a good volley there from these Grenadiers who are now being created with the Panzerschreck.
We're losing a sector.
The trip has been scuttled. The intersection does manage to escape on out of there, and this Scope Arc squad does get suppressed. The Wehrmacht players may be beaten, but not out of the fight. Beaten down, that's probably a better term. Beaten means something entirely different. What's being poured right there? Sandbags.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from
And now do got a fresh steward. He does have Panzerschrecks, or at least a Panzerschreck. Sniper does get spotted right there. That could be a dead sniper. Fires a shot down the scope rifle squad. And does see some damage there. Grenadier needs to take time to fire up a shot there. He's trying to avoid any potential canister rounds. The British player probably has a lot of munitions right now. Now the captain's in this sector providing a good defensive buff to the scope rifle squad. Those only down to 2 members there. Eyeing to capture some more sectors. Pack 38 has been on the field. Camouflage, maybe in range. Maybe just out of range. Pack 38 fires a shot there onto the scope rifle squad, revealing himself. And unfortunately finds a good volley there onto that scope rifle squad, forcing him back. Now it's going to take time to force fire and destroy this hedge line. Right now the British forces has a triple capture in his favor. The Wehrmacht player is dropping log tickets.
Gun loaded and ready.
Pack 38 of course has dropped 1 model, but getting that reinforced should actually put him up to full health. I don't believe the other models has the same HP damage. And Pack 38 is taking time to put some holes in these walls. Same Stewart still needs repairs. Do we see a sapper on the field? I think he's going for the armor command truck right now. Yes, he is. We do have sappers, and they are the repair variant as well. I do like seeing the repair variant to go along with the stewards. Give these light vehicles significantly more durability. What was it? Just gives like a flat 400 HP buff to all of your armored units, if I remember correctly.
We've secured the target. 6 ready to receive.
Brand carrier is overhealed as well. Sniper does find a shot there. Sniper can't stay in combat for too long because it's severely wounded. He may want to go for combat craft center just for the veterans to get automatic healing. There's a pressure landmine here. The scope rifle squad will spot it, may shoot it, and no, it was actually cancelled there. It was actually not fully built.
Forward OPs reporting the sector is under attack.
Armor command truck now deployed the field does throw a cancer around the Grenadiers, severely wounding them. That follow-up shot is actually a bit of a good thing for the Wehrmacht player because it makes it so he can get more health on reinforcements and he doesn't have any veterancy. I thought I heard a landmine detonation. Not sure where it was. Sniper finding some shots down the Bren squad. And this Pioneer may need to fall back sooner rather than later. I do believe the British player has selected a doctrine. We've got 1 command point. I think he should have at least 2 by now. Because the Wehrmacht player has at least 2. Starting to cut this on this wire, very nice. Panzerschreck now fighting shots there. Sniper fighting shots onto the Bren squad. And now the medic may get sniped as well. Panzerschreck lining up a shot. No, trying to go for some sandbags. Hard shot off there, very, very good. And he does manage to escape on out of there. Captain is in this region as well. My apologies.
Jerry has 300 points remaining.
And the Cyber Squad has not cut the second set of wire, though the Pantrex doing some good work
Munitions
for
depot
him.
is being overrun.
Oh, that's what Doctor went for. He went for commandos. He has now one radio, 2 radios for radio triangulation. A third one down here wouldn't be half bad. It'll help skim what's outside the base. And now the Grenadier Squad does fall back. Good it there on the Grenadiers. Entry 42 does find suppression there on that Scope Rifle Squad. And now we do have the
Listen up, gents.
radio right there. He could have pushed a little bit farther forward. He will skim everything in between. Probably not the Pack 38. Let's see, what exactly does he see? He does know about the unit right here. He actually does see the Pack 38 there. Something's right there, but probably Pioneer. Yes, it is. You can make some educated guesses. Since he knows his opponent knows who he's set on up, he will assume the Grenadiers and Sniper push way up north. So anyone of these thoughts are going to be likely the Sniper and Grenadiers, which they are. Anything over here will likely be the Pioneers. Pack 38 still trying to deal with some of these hedges. We do have wow, 3 Pack 38s. He knows he's behind and fuel, so that's why he's going so heavy in Pack 38s. The switch of the Wehrmacht player. Still an unknown doctrine. Carmel now fires a shot there. Good shot there. Carmel at this point in time is probably going to be pretty good since his opponent is not going to pull out armor anytime soon. Does get another good hit there on the Grenadier. Carmel has received a couple hits. Now being repaired up with the repair Sniper. Veteran C1 fires a shot there. The Snipers now have 18 kills. Grenadiers will also have Veteran C as well. May want to get out light vehicle Veteran C just for the Pack 38. Since he has so many, it's a good idea probably to get some Veteran C for them.
Grenadiers ready and waiting.
Right now, that's literally the most amount of squads he's put on the field at the moment. 3 Pack 38s.
Jawohl. Engaging targets.
Was that a canister shot there? That looked like a canister shot to me that completely whiffed.
Grenadiers, listen up.
Incomplete tank trap there.
Veterans engaged.
And now we got light vehicle Veteran 1. Oof, that was a great canister round there. So the Grenadier Squad does fall back. Couple shots there. And he's using the pack bug. He's abusing the pack bug. Scope Rifle Squad trying to charge forward, trying to deal with these snipers. Trent Boy designated marks him there, but no the N42 and does roll a couple misses there.
Cowards attack our forward base.
You got now Staghound Span being pulled on the field. Does have one of his amounts of research. The other one's likely on the way. Yeah, the captain still this region. If captain sector can provide or benefit. Oh, there goes the captain. Never mind. Friend squad advancing forward. There's no officer to support him. But he's moving at a pretty good pace out of supply. Intersection still charging on the way forward. I'm not so sure how they're moving so quickly. Does radio triangulation provide good movement speed? By the way, we do have the intersection now falling on back. MG42 suppressing them. Got Vet 234, the Wehrmacht player. Now got the Staghounds and Carmel advance forward, overrunning one of the Pack 38s immediately. Pack 38 does receive a hit there. Probably the overhealing did help him out a bit there. Parapantrix just connected the Staghound. Looks like the overhealing, these guys are overhealed, or were overhealed. More hits there on the Staghound. The Staghound needs to get on out of there. And that's a fresh glider. Destroyed engine grid ×2. Commandos trying to get some shots there. Pack 38 does get the crew. Commandos are down a model there, maybe from these snipers. Snipers lining up a shot. Another pair of shots. And Commandos has 6 models, not 5 models. Wrong Caballeros game. And as Commando Squad needs to fall back, he's about to get wiped out. There's a frag grenade there. Needs a full retreat that Commando Squad. Commando Squad shooting back this direction. That's actually a good retreat direction for him. And now the stack hound's starting to go on down. Maybe we'll find one with no main gun destroyed there. Stuart over here as well. The Stuart can support these forces. The Stuart does, of course, have access to canister round, but it doesn't have the munitions for canister rounds, does he? Oh no, that's the Wehrmacht player. Wrong person.
Pioneers here!
Taking fire!
Mein Herr, your orders!
Pioneers receiving some good damage there, and it's welcome control after. Oh, the use boy designated marksman there. He really wants that Pioneer dead. Infantry does find some good damage there onto that Bren squad. Pioneer will escape on out of there. And that Bren squad does fully get wiped out. Right now, I'm not exactly sure what doctrine the Wehrmacht player should go for. You know, one's against commandos. He's also facing against a lot of vehicles. Black 8s wouldn't be entirely half bad against that, but 25-pounder off-map 25-pounder barrages are available eventually. Great hit there on those Grenadiers, and now I got multiple hits there onto that Stuart. Stuart's almost does go down there.
Listen up, men!
Terror Doctrine wouldn't be half bad. It'll help him. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, Terror Doctrine may be a little bit better because I was thinking the V1 rockets will really help siege down these structures. He doesn't really need manpower blitz or the various blitzkrieg assets. He's doing a good job without them, so I think Terror Doctrine would be the best, just simply for the V1s to help nail this area. Snipers advancing on forward, trying to find a good angle. Of course, they are within radio triangulation, and if we switch over to the Brit Fog of War, you can probably make a educated guess that these markers are moving slow. Probably moving slow. Wait a second. If you go to the tactical map, it actually reveals what type of units they are with radio triangulation, doesn't it? So he knows exactly which squad is what if by bringing the TAC map. I did not know that. I never pull this thing up when playing multiplayer in Computers 2. Why would you? Grenadiers now receiving some fire there. We got the Staghound's main support. Does receive a Pack 38 shot there. Pioneer trying to ghost some wire there. Moritz there on these Staghounds. Got the Cromwell now blitzing forward as well. And it's going to start focusing on these forces now. Does take out the Pioneers entirely. Pack 38 does get decrewed there. Does start using repairs onto the Bren carrier. These armored assets still has plenty of health. And we've got another squad of commandos being put on field as well. Commandos have been put on out, trying to overrun. We'll be able to overrun that Pack 38. Thanks to radio triangulation, he knows where to exactly drop them. Multiple penetrating shots in the Cromwell. Cromwell just needs to get on out of there. Staghounds are a little bit battered and bruised as well. Now we got that 3-3 for the Wehrmacht player. Did not take out the Pack 38. That commando squad may have been suppressed by the MG42. MG42 now seeing a bit of fire there. And right now there's 5 vehicles in this region. A nice mix of a lot of stuff.
This is what we've been
Starting to overheal some of this stuff there. The Bren carrier is still healing himself up. Some of the stuff is a bit wounded, so it take a bit of time to repair it all up. And looks like this Pack 38 has been recruited as well. Hendrik squad that captured up is falling back. Unit snipe. I'm not sure what got sniped. It was this scope rifle squad. Scope rifle squad and commando squad advancing forward. Commando does receive a hit there from the snipers. Snipers currently at Veteran C1, 25 kills and 8 kills. Grenadier now receiving a bit of fire there. Does use propaganda war on top of the commandos. And the Pentrick squad just gets outside the garrison. No damage onto those British vehicles just yet. Glider does go down to the Pak 38. Zach Allen's sending some fire there onto the Grenadier. And it sounds like the Bren carrier does go down. Did go down? Yes, it did. Granted, the Bren carrier at this point in the game is not second that important, though it could use it to keep an eye on the flank. Speaking of which, the flank is now being not wired up, being trapped up, though there may be an opening over here.
We are losing a strategic sector.
Commando's going to try to stop these pioneers. That 3 light vehicles is going to be very useful for those Pak 38s. There's just a smoke grenade there. I thought I heard a 25-pounder barrage, so that may be something different. Could be Firestorm instead. Not sure where though. British armors have faced forward. Barmos see massive abuse there. Stackhouse now seeing some hits. Gonna overrun the Pak 38. May see canister rounds onto the Grenadier. Does get suppressed there by the Pinto mounts. Armo trying to hit the Pak 38 now. This Pak 38 does get overrun by the Commandos. And that Staghound does go down. This Staghound does go down as well. Commandos now engaging, trying to get some good damage there onto that Pak 38. Pak 38 finally goes down there. And now the Grenadiers, one of them pinned inside the garrison. More Pentrick shots there. The Carmel needs to fall back. We're seeing pretty close to lethal fire there. The snipers getting some great hits on this Commandos. Commando squad will get fully wiped out there. British player lost a lot of forces there, a lot of armor. 25-pounder barrage was called in somewhere, I'm not sure where. Looks like right there.
Front lines are under attack.
The MG42 inside is still alive. There's 25-pounder barrage. Does not take out that Grenadier. Did you take out the other one? Oh, there's 2 severely wounded. And 1 right there. So he still has 3 Grenadiers on the field. Each one of them has a Pentrick. He has enough munitions for propaganda war as well. And storing up a lot of resources. He may want to take up. He's eyeing just for a lot of infantry research.
Great, another replacement.
Grenadiers are seeing a bit of fire there. It does use propaganda war to force them back. Barmo does receive a sniper shot there, which doesn't do much, or anything at all. Does receive a Pentrick shot there, and Pioneers are advancing forward. Maybe they're trying to salvage some of these ricochets. A lot of ricochets there. Trying to focus down this Pak 38. Very nice. Those rolling some misses there. Carmel does see some fire there. Scope Rifle squad advance forward. Carmel's almost down. Fires a shot there. Gets hit there on those Commandos. Does take out that Pak 38. It may took it out with gunfire, it looked like. Commando squad is getting slowly whittled down. Snipers have efficiency too. We're sending out a lot of kills. Let's force back the Grenadier outside the garrison. The Commando squad does get fully wiped out there. Now here comes a 25-pounder, either decoy or an actual barrage. And looks like called the bluff. Looks like it's just a decoy barrage. Sniper does go, takes out that medic. One of the medic will escape out and out of there.
Heavy Panzer has arrived in our reserves.
And now the Tiger tank has immediately been called on in, the King Tiger. This may crush some of these tank traps he just built. And now there may be an opening there for the armor. Grenadiers are playing both these Pack 38s. Now here comes the actual 25-pounder barrage. Trying to hit this. Let's fire some rounds on the glider. The Vermont player currently has 2 Pack 38s, 3 Grenadiers, 2 Pioneers, 2 Snipers, and 1 King Tiger. Cromwells, multiple Cromwells now deployed out on the field.
You're losing a sector.
Could go for another commando out of this glider as well. And does find some more of his own tank traps starting to crush them. Sending pounder being deployed on out.
Hey, new guy. Hope you have your shit together.
Assault phase has just been researched. Carmos now eyeing the blitz on over here, trying to deal with these snipers. There, I believe there is an opening there for the Cromo. Does roll a miss there with the Cromo shot there. Scope Rifle Squad could use deploy designated marksman. I'll put another shot there. It's a great hit there on that Grenadier. They may find a shot spread out and hit that landmine. Both these. Oh, just one of the Pack 38s here. The other Pack 38 has rotated over. Does find a shot there on this Cromwell. Switch back over the bridge player because we can tell the extra health, and there is extra health on this Cromwell. The other one may have will eventually get extra health.
Forces are trying to secure our fuel dump.
The snipers advancing forward. Getting some good hits there onto the repair sappers. King Tiger's now advancing forward. The King Tiger can be encircled. We've got both the 25-pounder and the 17-pounder barrage raiding on in. Or, not 17-pounder. The decoy and actual barrage.
German target has been knocked out.
German target has been knocked out, so he lost this Grenadier there to the 25-pounder barrage there. Very nice. Scope Squad falls on back. Does has 2 members alive. Another capture being claimed. Does get reinforced. Receives a snipe shot there as well. Armo seeing massive fire from these Panther trucks. Activate fire does find a shot there. Damage the engine of the Cromwell. King Tiger slam shot there, and King Tiger does take it out. Commando's charging forward, trying to decrew this Pack 38. And he does go into get a decrew there. Commander Squad not falling back. Patrick rolls a pretty big miss there. Patrick Squad advance forward, running the point-blank range of that fresh infantry section from the casualty recovery station. We do have this Cromwell skirmishing around. Seeing a bit of fire now. The sniper still being very, very problematic in this region. The British just may need to abandon this region at the moment. And does take out that entire squad right there. Or maybe it's just the squad. Commando Squad does overrun the Pack 38. Does get a decrew. We do still got the Grenadier in that region. Trying to find a shot there onto the Cromwell. Cromwell's very, very wounded right now. Commando Squad and Scope Rifle Squad trying to deal with this intersection and gets annihilated. And there is the Firestorm. Firestorm can finish off the Cromwell, along with some other stuff. Takes out the casualty clearing station there. 25-pounder decoy barrage now deploying field. He can't go for the glider HQ. Pia Commandos could be okay. In theory, 2 Pia Commandos in the back of a Kangaroo wouldn't be half bad, but the problem is he doesn't have access to Kangaroos. He went for Cromwells. I do got another decoy barrage raining on in. Grenadiers are advancing forward. We do have the King Tiger also making a way forward, not trying to finish off the command truck with it. Trying to do this perform well. It does get a good hit there onto the King Tiger, but the King Tiger, of course, can easily brawl with a Cromwell. Guys get shot there, and looks like the British player has back in the game now. And that is the end of replay. This is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Yep, I saw some pack of bug abuse there. Shame. Let's see now. Let's go ahead and do this one here. Oh, I'm dropping some network frames. My apologies. Greetings everyone, and Great here of another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn the bottom side as the Wehrmacht player. We have Noob. Spawn top side as the US forces. We have Form is side, or Sid. It spells with a it's spelled with a AE at the end, which is not exactly side. Or Formicid. Or Mike idea? Dad? I have no idea. I'm probably overthinking it a bit too much. We've got the Wehrmacht quarters being pulled out on the field. We do not see additional pioneers. Now going forward, Volksgrenadiers. Up north, we do probably have a rifleman. Yes, we do. And we do have 2 engineers as well. So both sides going just for 2 capping squads. Now starting to capture up this munition sector as well.
Hey, Hans must be napping. We took the point, no contact. Rifle squad on the field.
Fresh riflemen now deployed in the field. Fresh Volksgrenadiers now on the field as well. And also the rifle squad are going straight for the cutoff point. Engineers are advancing forward, trying to capture this munition sector, and Volksgrenadiers may find them soon enough after they capture this munition sector as well. Riflemen do spot the Pioneers there. The Pioneers do get set the garrison. There's a relatively decent garrison for the Pioneers to fight from, because if the Rifleman squad goes around that hedge, they will be in nice close range for the Pioneers. Over here, we've got this engineer captured this VP. And this engineer's captured this fuel point. Cutoff point here has not been catching up, does wire off that region. And the Volksgrenadier will be captured this sector soon. He does need this dangerous strategic point captured up in order to get some of that stuff in supply. Rifleman squad trying to get inside the garrison, but the Volksgrenadiers do get inside the garrison themselves. To get a great quality there on that rifleman. Yes, they do.
It's our point now. What's our plan?
Volksgrenadiers advancing forward, trying to get some damage on this engineer.
Rifleman ready, sir.
But this rifleman squad advancing forward. Volksgrenadiers designed to fall back in this garrison. Nope, they're not falling back to the garrison. We got this Volksgrenadier engaged this rifleman. This rifleman is a little bit wounded. The riflemen are nice and close versus this Volksgrenadier, but those the Volksgrenadier will win out. This Volksgrenadier is engaging at long range. Pioneers and engineers engaging each other, and the engineers do win out. This rifleman squad does fall back. In fact, there's hardly any losses in this Volksgrenadier squad. This down to 4 healthy models. Engineers advancing forward, trying to engage this Volksgrenadiers. This Volksgrenadiers need to start advancing forward. In this garrison wouldn't be half bad. Now got the Volksgrenadiers engaging the riflemen. The rifleman squad may not do all too well. This Volksgrenadiers see a bit of abuse, trying to deal with this engineer. And now got a fresh rifleman squad advancing forward with a relatively fresh Volksgrenadier reinforced. That rifleman squad does fall back. Now got this engineers capture this has captured that fuel point as well. Volksgrenadiers designed these VPs, and now got the rifleman squad advancing on forward.
losing a fuel sector.
Point is ours.
Volksgrenadiers receiving a bit of fire. This one will sink this light cover there. The Rifleman Squad is not in light cover. There may be
losing
some
a
models in negative
strategic
cover as
sector.
well. And knock out this Pioneer advancing forward, and the Engineers forcing back the Pioneers over here. Oh, that barbed wire has been put on the field, but there it looks like there is a place to walk around right there. So I could be mistaken, because that is up a little hill.
Listen up.
Rifleman Squad and Engineers over here. Flamer Engineer deployed out in the field.
Ready for the crash. Fast as we're getting them.
Rifleman Squad's getting some good damage on that. Volksgrenadiers. MG42 does find some good suppression on these forces, forcing them back. If we got these two Rifleman Squad advance forward, Volksgrenadiers behind some light cover. There is a Pioneer here. Two Pioneers severely wounded. Deployed out landmine. This Volksgrenadier Squad needs to fall back. Does fall back. Now got these Rifleman Squads advancing forward. Oh, we got a casualty clearing station deployed on the field. Looks like those medics will be focused down. Maybe. Maybe not. That could give them 2 casualties, getting halfway to a free Grenadier. Volksgrenadiers eyeing for this garrison. They will get inside of it in time. They have... Oh, no, that's the Rifleman Squad that got inside the garrison. I saw the wooden door there. I think it's the Volksgrenadiers, but that was actually the Riflemen. Of course, we got the landmine here. One of the medics do, in fact, go down. This medic may receive some fire. Down half health. Volksgrenadiers and MG42 now firing away. Medic does in fact go down, so he does deny those casualties. And this garrison seeing more and more fire now. Over here, you got this Pioneer forced on back.
Enemy
Try to go for
unit
landmine, or not landmines, more tank traps there. And does get wiped out, because that Pioneer was quite wounded. Rifleman Squad does find that landmine retreat, taking out a couple models and receive
Enemy
good
is
damage.
after our victory point.
Now got these Engineers advancing forward with the Riflemen.
Time to kill some crowds.
Rifleman Squad advancing forward. We've got this Rifleman Squad here. Volksgrenadiers getting sandwiched. We're seeing a bit of fire there. Minesweeper complete by the US player. He's worried about any additional landmines. And this Volksgrenadier Squad now dropping a lot of models there, severely wounded.
Engineer squad ready, sir.
Kriegsberg now being employed on the field. No Kampfkraft Center just yet.
Cleared.
Switch over the... Yep, the Axis player doesn't have a lot of resources at the moment. Trying to cut some of this wire as well. Got multiple engineers in this region. No landmines in this region, so that Minesweeper will not spot any of that.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Rifleman Squad advanced forward. Volksgrenadiers receiving some hits. Fire shots in return. They got multiple Rifleman Squads not closing on that Volksgrenadier. Volksgrenadiers eyeing for this garrison. No, here now we've got the Volksgrenadiers advance forward, gain some good damage there on the Rifleman Squad. Rifleman Squad does fall back. Engineer looks like our soft retreating away, and this Engineer Squad is just soft retreating as well. MG42 is at full health with still all 3 models still alive. Also has 3 kills. Engineers now advancing forward. Got the Rifleman Squad getting out of that garrison. Volksgrenadiers trying to eye for that bit of heavy cover. And now we've got these engineers trying to find... Oh, they will start burning down this casualty recovery bunker. No casualties have been recovered. And this Volksgrenadier Squad is starting to get overran. Medics now charging forward, trying to pick up some casualties. Got this one go over here. This medic could have gone down. The medic's down severely wounded. This Volksgrenadier Squad does fall back, and this medic does get burned alive now. This Volksgrenadier Squad is falling back.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
Volksgrenadiers do receive some damage there. This Volksgrenadier squad does fall back away from the riflemen as well. Do not have a 2-5-1 half track on the field. Try to go for a bit of mount to play south. Let's reinforce the Volksgrenadiers nearby. Volksgrenadiers need to maintain that this away from the Flame Engineer. Does force back the Flame Engineer.
Volksgrenadier squad at full complement.
This medic actually managed to grab a casualty, so now he'll have to recover his first casualty.
The Americans are capturing a sector.
And now we've got that engineer squad falling him back.
Behind battle. They have heavy resistance. Point.
Volksgrenadiers see a bit of fire there. This Volksgrenadiers are running advance of war, trying to get some good damage there on that rifleman.
Supply lines have opened their territory out of supply.
And this rifle squad does fall back now. Over here, we've got the engineers capturing the sector that is the Flame Engineers. This Volksgrenadier now trying to be prepared up by this half track. And now got the M42 does find a good burst there on that rifle squad, suppressing them. Do not have a fresh Greyhound upon the field. The Wehrmacht player does not have a Pack 38, nor is there one to build queue, so it's going for a very, very late Pack 38. Volksgrenadiers see quite a bit of fire there. Greyhound is now advanced forward. Does find a Panzerfaust there. This squad fires a Panzerfaust as well. He is finding a shot Panzerfaust there. Does get a kill there now. Or not kill. Shot off now. Volksgrenadiers gains a good damage there onto that rifleman squad and does manage to fire off a third Panzerfaust. That Panzerfaust took so long to fire, the other one went on came off cooldown very shortly afterwards. Engineers advancing forward with the rifle squad in tow. Medics charging forward, trying to cover some casualties. This half track does get loaded up by a Grenadier, Volksgrenadiers. Trying to get some good shots there. Grenade Warfare has been pulled on the field. Yeah, Grenade Warfare has been pulled on the field. Very nice. It is starting to get some suppression now. Medic, I think, is still trying to bring back the casualty. There it is, and it will get gunned down for that. These squads are starting to get suppressed by this half track, and now got a Kampfkraft Center deployed on the field.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Rifle squad does fall back there, as we got the engineers and rifle squad trying to decapture this cutoff point. All these forces do fall back. That medic, other medic is out and about, charged forward. Perhaps trying to cover casualty that's on the ground. And now we've got this Flame Engineer trying to capture this field point now.
Beating heavy resistance.
Over here, Volksgrenadiers trying to get some damage onto these engineers. Over here, Patrick saving some fire now. Has seen quite a bit of damage. We've got an M180 gun in this region. Finds another miss there. Flame Engineers face forward. The M42, maybe an arc of it. Over here, this M42 is trying to get overrun by this rifle squad. It's great damage there. He may lose his M42. Does lose M42. The gun got fully destroyed as well since it was packed on up. M42 does find a good hit there on the M180 gun as well. It gains some great damage onto it. Got these forces advancing forward, trying to get in good engagement. Volksgrenadiers firing away against them. Flame Engineers advancing forward. Some great damage there. Rifle squad's still quite healthy. Flame Engineer being focused on first. Flame Engineer does fall back as well. And now both riflemen are currently suppressed. Volksgrenadiers need some reinforcements there.
They're losing territory.
We also have this M180 gun trying to advance forward. We got damage right there. It does get the fully destroyed there, the half track. Rifleman squad has seen a bit of fire from these suppressed squads. Or at least the Volksgrenadiers have seen quite a bit of fire.
Preoccupy the
Infantry forces will maintain suppression in this region. More medics charging forward. Volksgrenadier squad will need fallback sooner rather than later. Rifleman squads can maintain being suppressed. One more casualty recovered by this bunker, and then there will be a free grenadier.
heavy MG.
MG42 starting to get overran. These medics could be killed on off. Pioneers could draw some fire. And how the grenade warfare is starting to get overran as well. Try and burn down some of these medics. If kills both of them, that will deny the free grenadier. That medic does go down. This one still have plenty of health remaining. These forces do fall back. Medic. Seeing more and more fire there. Now it's going to be receiving additional fire. Does take out that other medic as well. That denies the free grenadier. MG42 does get some great suppression there on that flamer engineer. I believe it has the medical crates just utilized on that grenadier. I could be mistaken though. Greyhound does fire some good shots there onto this Volks Grenadiers. They may need to fall back sooner rather than later. They're severely wounded. Rifleman squad now advancing forward. Volks Grenadier, 2 members are inside this garrison trying to hold the line. They'll have a bit of trouble versus that. We've got these Volks Grenadiers now getting some damage onto this engineer. Those Pioneers do manage to build out a landmine there. May have been spotted. Those Grenadiers are eyed for this heavy cover there. Rifleman squad trying to base forward, trying to deal with this grenade warfare. They will receive quite a bit of fire there. The grenade warfare does fall back nice and early. This Rifleman squad does get forced back thanks to these Volks Grenadiers. Now do you have the, oh, that's battle phase. I thought he was going to go for, I didn't hear him go for the assault phase, but that's straight into the battle phase.
Ready.
Volks Grenadiers are now receiving some fire there from, oops, sorry, my microphone quite hard that time. Volks Grenadiers are receiving quite a bit of fire from this, Greyhound. Greyhound could get repaired up by these engineers. Over here, we got the Volks Grenadiers now pushing forward. We got Rifleman squads now upgraded with their bars. The Volks Grenadier squad does see a bit of fire there. Another medic charging forward and did get his free grenadier. We do now have Blitzkrieg being selected doctrine of choice. He has plenty of munitions for manpower blitz eventually. For the US player, we do not have a selected doctrine just yet. Does have 4 riflemen, 1 Greyhound, 1 AT gun, and a pair of flamer engineers and 1 minesweeper engineer. Rifle squad trying to eye the central VP. And the Rifleman and the Volks Grenadier squad does manage soft retreat in time. Multiple Rifleman squads now advancing forward, trying to engage this sector. Volks Grenadier is behind the cover, so it's a good defensive position there. Pack 38 backing on off, trying not to get degrouped in this assault. Like the Grenadiers are engaging the Greyhound. Flamer Grenadier advancing forward, and this Rifleman squad does get forced and back. Patrick trying to pursue that Greyhound. Over here, the Flamer Engineers are now advancing forward as well. Engineers with a minesweeper starting to get overrun by these 2 Pioneers. Medic
Germans
bunker
are
has
seizing
2 casualties
territory.
recovered and good damage coming out on that Flamer Engineer. So this Volks Grenadier may need to take time to get reinforcements. Got these medics charging way back, unable to secure any casualties over in this region.
Taking small arms fire.
To all units, light vehicles may now advance and capture territory.
Objective secured. Rifle squad defending.
A lot of war machines now available.
Germans are
Just be
seizing
eyeing for the
territory from
Calliope.
us.
Point is ours. Let's see what I can down.
Sorry about that. I had to stretch out my legs for a moment. Pioneers do see quite a bit of fire from this Greyhound. Rifleman squad's now advancing forward, trying to get some good hits there on the Grenadier. Does force them back. So if you've got this Rifleman squad engaging the Volks Grenadiers behind some light cover. And that is, oh, a Panzer IV. Panzer IV, Vet 1 Panzer IV. I love seeing Panzer IVs because you never see them.
Yes, sir.
Rifleman squad advancing forward. MG42 is not deployed on up. Being deployed out now.
Losing territory.
No veterancy on his support weapons or support infantry. He could be perhaps get some, because Grenade Warfare could use a medic. Now do got this Panzer IV advancing forward. Pack 38's right there, and now do believe that's going to be a repair bunker.
Yes, comrade.
Volksgrenadiers
What
kept
are
to the center of the
your
map. He has four Volksgrenadiers on the field. That's a little bit uncommon. There's a lot of Volksgrenadiers. That could net him a lot of casualties. Going for a second casualty clearing station could net him even more casualties, because it's harder to shoot 4 medics rather than 2. Rifleman squad is now advancing forward, gets some good damage on the Volksgrenadiers. These 2 Volksgrenadiers now engaging the Rifleman at close range. That Rifleman squad does fall back. And now we got this AT gun advancing on forward as well. Panzer IV in this region, not advancing forward just mode, could find a good gauge on this Rifleman. The player, of course, has to select the armor, good screen his armor. Volksgrenadiers receive quite a bit of fire damage right there. We've got the Engineer squad may get fully wiped there. Does get fully wiped right there. Volksgrenadier squad does fall back in time. This Volksgrenadier squad is severely wounded, and they just captured the Grenade Warfare? I think he just captured the Grenade Warfare right there. Oh, game's lagging a little bit. I may need to restart the game after this game. M180 gun firing away by hitting some rounds in the ground. And this Panzer IV is eyeing to advance forward. Yep, that looks like capture of Grenade Warfare. Plus, we don't have a support weapon center on the field anyway, so that's the only way he can get one. Barring some other methods, just doctrines he doesn't have. M180 gun deployed on the field. Panzer IV knocked around some tree branches. Fresh Grenadier as well, so it looks like there's 2 Grenadiers now out in the field, which could net him a lot of Panzerschrecks to engage the potential M10 or Hellcat spam we may see. Though his opponent has not gone for a dock or a tank depot just yet. He's probably, since he went down the Calliope line, maybe I just got some Calliopes, in which the Panzer
Now I have
IVs will be
assault
really good in
capability.
that position, able to hit infantry and vehicles quite reasonably well. Assault capabilities, which means he's got the stun grenades. In fact, he has plenty of munitions right now for stun grenades, so spamming them out wouldn't be half bad. He has Volksgrenadiers, one of the better units to throw spam those grenades out. Rifleman squad is now advancing forward, trying to capture up this fuel point now.
We are losing ground forward.
Oh, here, Greyhound moving around, and when he take on advancing on forward. And I hear grenades running on it. Looks like the capture of Grenade Warfare is trying to barrage down these support weapons. Garrison has been captured up. Now we got a Sturm Armory. Nebel Warfare being put on the field. I love seeing these unusual items. Advance forward, trying to get some good damage there onto the Rifleman. Good is there. Has gone for a sticky bomb there. And does get damage and crit. He won't need to get over his Pioneer. He has singular over in that region. Grenadiers and a single Volkswagen is pushing forward. Trying to deal with these forces, guys, Veteran support weapons. Very nice. Does go a grenade there on the Rifleman squad, which is now Veteran C2. This Rifleman squad also have Veteran C1. Now do got the Nebel Warfare on the field. And that's a Grenade Warfare.
Pack 38. Ready.
Pair of medics charging on the way forward. No casualties recovered so far. Got a repair bunker here. Panzer IV trying to make its way forward. Pioneers should be making routed over to it soon, and the medics will get gunned down. But the Pak-38 does find a shot or two on the M8, who apparently has destroyed 12 buildings, likely all wire. And now the repair pioneers are going to be repairing up the Panzer IV. The engine repair shouldn't take too long. Second M180 gun deployed on the field. He does have that one support weapon, which does affect the Nebelwerfer. Pioneer does get forced on back. We do have the Calliope now available. Not one deployed on the field. He's like same with manpower for it now. Now we've got stun grenades now being thrown out by the Volksgrenadiers. Does get some hits there actually. And now got more stun grenades there trying to hit the engineers. Maybe. By the way, the engineers do fall back. Got 3 Volksgrenadiers in the region. The Wehrmacht players a lot of infantry units on the field.
Anti-personnel mine.
Nebelwerfer raining a barrage here. This AT gun is suppressed and running through that fire, which does the same lot of damage there. The game's starting to lag out a little bit. I may need to restart the game after this one. Good hit there on that Greyhound now. Volksgrenadiers find some shots there on the AT guns, and this Volksgrenadier squad does get forced on back. Volksgrenadier squad does get forced on back. Nebelwerfer barrage raining on in. No additional units being pulled out right now, nor research. Great hits down the AT gun. One of them does get decrewed, the other one received quite a bit of fire. Nebelwerfer gains some good suppressive fire onto those forces. As forces starting to make his way forward once again. He has 2 Nebelwerfers on the field as well. Calliope is advancing pretty far forward. The Volksgrenadiers may have spotted that. Trying to force firing and destroying this AT gun. And we've got this Volksgrenadiers trying to stop these rifleman squads from advancing on forward. AT gun does go down now. Calliope barrage now raining on in. I'll get some great damage across his forces. Find a couple hits there on the Pak-38. Panzer IV received a bit of fire there. Got some rear arm hits onto it. Losing Pak-38 is not a massive problem. He's only finding getting some Panzer IV. So losing that Pak-38 is not a massive problem. Now trying to repair it up while in combat. Very nice. Trying to displace this garrison. Nebelwerfer barrage. I think he's eyeing for this garrison now. Rifleman squad does of course have sticky bombs. Have to make sure he maintains distance from them. Rifleman squad now trying to go for a sticky bomb there. Unable to get off, and Nebelwerfer barrage does rain over there. Does get a kill there on both those repair pioneers. Grenadiers not Volksgrenadiers advance forward. Rifleman squad receiving a bit of damage as well. Sticky bomb does connect onto the Panzer IV. And now the Panzer IV is actually fully immobilized. He needs to get his regular pioneer to help start repairing that because his repair pioneers are currently down. He does not have regular pioneers out in the field. Yes, I'll get a pair of pioneers being deployed on out. They're relatively quick to deploy out. I've got Veteran C2 tanks as well. He could actually go for a Tiger tank at this point in time. He's approaching the command points and thus needs more manpower, really. Here comes the Calliope barrage. He's actually hitting the Pak-38 quite severely, but that barrage largely missed because he is finding it's a little bit firing it a little bit downhill, which can make it hard actually hitting stuff on along this side of the hill. Nebelwerfer barrage now raining on in. No, there's lag spikes. I have no idea what's causing them. He's good hits there on the rifleman. Rifleman squad received quite a bit of fire. Both rifle squads now falling back. Volksgrenadiers maybe eyeing for Panzerfaust now. Yes, he is. Panzerfaust was not fired there. And starting forward with the Panzerfaust once again. Calliope has received a bit of fire. Well, it's now the Greyhound. Greyhound's at Veteran C2 as well. And the Panzer IV is almost fully repaired.
We have captured our location.
Losing the Pack 38's not a big problem.
Cannoneers reporting full strength. What do you need? Can you feel that?
As for since now Veteran C2 does have access to the Pinto Mount. Let's get a good hit there. Pioneers or engineers do fall back with the garrison as well. Now we got the Volksgrenadiers forcing back the engineers. They can restart capturing the point. Calliope Barrage raining on in. Getting some damage on this Panzer IV, as well as on this Pioneers. But it does have a good amount of repairs. This region should be repaired up in no time. Hendrik Squad could get another hit on this Greyhound. Good suppression coming out on these forces. I don't know what's causing these lag spikes. Looks like stun grenades were thrown, but largely missed. Nebula Warfare Barrage raiding on in. Looks like it's spreading his fire.
Seizing territory from us.
I think it's one barrage here, one barrage here. Yep. Barrage is raining on in. Rifleman Squad does get suppressed. Good hits there on the AT gun. Severely wounding the crew members. Hezbollah is not fully repaired. May receive a sticky bomb there. Does have a second repair bunk in this region. The repair bunk itself needs some repairs. And now the Rifleman Squad does get forced on back. The Greyhound does go and decapture that strategic point. Rifleman Squad is trying to advance on forward. The VPs are in favor of the US player by a large margin. He has 5 command points now. That should be enough for the Tiger tank.
Heavy assault forces ready.
Now he has 0 command points because he has a Tiger tank. Or can deploy the Tiger tank. He's a bit more manpower for it, as well as population, because right now it's at 49 on 59, which is 10, and it requires 14. So his opponent may help him out with that. Sherman tank now on the field. As we're seeing some sporadic fire there.
The enemy advances. We have gained
As
command over the
for
field.
does get a good rear hit there on the Sherman tank. Does get a kill there on those repair Pioneers as well. Very nice. And does get a fresh Grenadier, so he's going to be pretty far away from the Tiger tank. Because right now he has now 3 Grenadiers, 3 Volksgrenadiers, so he did lose one entire squad of Volksgrenadiers and sporadic other forces. Losing the Pack 38 is not going to be a big deal. He can replace the Pack 38 with a Tiger tank. Nebula for Barrage trying to hit this region. Maybe he'll take out that M180 gun. The M180 gun severely wounded. And the Grenadier squad does fall back. He does take out the M180 gun. We've got stun grenades not being thrown out by this Grenadier squad trying to hold back those riflemen. Does get some good hits there, and now he can't deploy the Tiger tank.
Honor and blood.
Does immediately capture that pack gun. I sort of disagree with that. The gun itself is almost destroyed either way. Does get the elite tanks there. Add enough manpower and population space for the Tiger tank. So it's population space, just doesn't have the manpower at the moment. Grim tank pushes way forward. X-Pulse does connect on the Greyhound. IP Barrage for Raining Gun does take out that Pack 38 now. Does get some great hits there onto that Greyhound, knocking out this engine. Volksgrenadiers now engaging at range. Now Sherman takes out in advance. The Panzer IV is fully repaired. Both those Volksgrenadier squads do fall back now. Does get efficiency to infantry, very nice.
Defended the fatherland until the death.
Now the Panzer IV does get a direct hit there on the captured Grenade Warfare.
The enemy advances.
Fully destroying the gun, looks like. MG42, the squad has been fully healed on up. Nebula Warfare Barrage maybe trying to hit this region. There's a lot of pinned squads in this region. Yes, he is. Or maybe not. I'm not sure the Nebula Warfare are raiding on in. S4 seems to fire there. And there's the Nebula Warfare hitting a little bit far. We'll start cinching some of these retreating squads. S4 did not receive any sticky bombs there.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Now this VP will start to be decaptured now. From taking the advancing on forward, he does have enough population space and almost enough resources for his Tiger Panzer. Tiger Panzer now available.
Losing a sector.
Volksgrenadiers will see a bit of fire there. Start throwing stun grenades.
They've lost their unit.
Loses the Grenadiers entirely to a rifleman frag grenade. I think can be called on in. Panzer IV trying to pursue the Sherman tank. Tiger Panzer now deployed on the field. Medics charging to grab some casualties. There's actually a good number of casualties in this region. Let's get a good hit on that Volksgrenadiers. Panzer IV start engaging this region. YP barrage now running on in, taking out a number of those repair engineers. All the repair engineers do in fact go down. Medics will cover those two casualties. That will not net him a free grenadier just yet. Panzer IV still has plenty of health to push forward, so the Panzer IV and the Tiger tank can advance forward. And both are efficiency 3, of course. Does roll a miss there. Let's get suppressed that rifleman squad. Panzer IV receive a bounce there from the Sherman tank. Tigavon does connect on the Tiger tank and does not get a crit whatsoever. Panzer IV received quite a bit of abuse so far. The M189 getting some great damage onto it.
We are losing
It has
ground. Defend
managed to
the
go
tower.
down there. Rifle squad trying to overrun the MG42. Now the Tiger tank is seeing some fire there. Rifleman squad could receive a shot there from the Tiger Panzer.
They're losing
Being repaired
territory.
up by these repair pioneers. Right now he's fighting against a lot of infantry, so yeah, so potentially going for a Oswin wouldn't be half bad. Help hit these infantry forces.
Okay, construction done.
They also now have two Vet 3 support units, so he does have Vet 3 Nebelwerfers. If they can get a good barrage on these M180 guns, that would be really good. And they're hitting some of these riflemen at least. Getting some great hits on those riflemen squads, forcing them back. M180 guns are advancing forward. Volksgrenadiers squad needs to stay out of there. Let's get a direct hit there on that Greyhound, no problem. Sherman tank advancing forward as well. We'll see if a good hit there. YP barrage hitting that MG42. Of course, that slope right there is hard for them to take it out. Got we got field repairs not being activated, which also repairs up these AT guns. Volksgrenadiers may want to advance forward and throw some stun grenades on these forces. Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers engaging. Rifle squad does get forcing back. Vet 3 Pioneers being burned alive by the Flamer Engineers. And those Flamer Engineers do get forced on back. Tiger tank now seeing some repairs. Do now have the Blitzkrieg now being utilized, or now available, I should say.
Pulse squad is
Oh,
down.
and there goes our Volksgrenadiers. So I don't know what's causing these lag spikes. You got now M10 on the field. The M10 will have trouble with the Tiger tank.
Towers attack our forward base.
Come on, man, get up.
Volksgrenadiers or Grenadiers now being upgraded with the Panzerschreck, which will be useful to help engage his various armor assets. Tiger tank now advanced forward with a supported MG42. Currently, the Wehrmacht player does have 2 Volksgrenadiers, 2 Grenadiers. One of them has received massive hits, so this one needs to fall back. Does fall back in time. Thus, the MG42 does get wiped out there. No does withdrawal in time. Tiger tank still has plenty of health. Nebelwerfer barrage is raining on in. Does get a good hit there on one of those AT guns, decrewing it. Another one does receive quite a bit of damage as well.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
US player does have a good reserve of manpower, munitions, and fuel. He's at pop cap at the moment. Has a pretty good mixed army there. Sherman tank advancing forward, trying to get some good hits there. Does receive a good hit there from the Tiger tank. The Veteran player has a good reserve of manpower, munitions, and fuel as well. And will soon have enough command points for the manpower blitz to get even more manpower. Repair bunker now seems to fire there. Tiger tank trying to get some good shots there, trying to salvage this Panzer IV. Volks Grenadiers and Grenadiers trying to advance on forward. We've got global repairs now active.
We have 200
A couple more
points.
medics trying to cover some casualties. That will number 3 Grenadier squad, but it's on the Sherman tank. Not Sherman tank, rifleman. Repair bunker does go down. It does find Patrick shot there on the Sherman tank. The field repairs, those were off now. We got a fresh Grenadier, and so the Noble Warfers were raining on in over here, trying to hit this AT gun, gain some damage onto it. Grenade zone gets a good grenade there on those Grenadiers, and destroys the carcass there, denying any more salvage. Now the Wehrmacht players lower in tickets, but nothing too significant. Does find a landmine there, gain engine crit on the Tiger tank. He may need to stand there and fight. The M10's pushing way forward. Grenadiers are here to support. Gets a great hit there. Damage and crit immediately on the M10 thanks to the 1-2 punch. Allied War Machine has been activated. Got a stick bomb there. Does take out the M10. The efficiency of the Tiger tank will be very important. Rifle squad's going to try to chain sticky bombs there. Does have these Grenadier support. Volks Grenadiers right there. They could throw some sticky bombs. Greyhound Trojan Force is trying to make use of the Allied War Machine. Does get taken out there. Sherman tank now advances forward and does not have access to Allied War Machine. Panzerfaust is probably a good time to fire. Panzertruck is lining up another shot there. Panzerfaust does roll a miss. Sherman tank now has the rear armor of the Tiger tank, but the Tiger tank has plenty of health there. Rolls of bounce there on the rear armor of the Tiger tank. Good Panzerfaust there. And does lose the Sherman tank. That was very wasteful. Here comes the fresh Greyhound unupgraded and M10 with a fresh M10 and an AT gun. And salvage these wreckages, very nice. The Wehrmacht player will love that resources. Does pull out fresh Knights Crossholders. Efficiency 1 is infantry, so maybe going for, yep, he's going for Efficiency 2 infantry now. Another Panzerfaust could take out that M10. Does not take out that M10 at the moment. I hear Noble Warfare Barrage raining on in. Does find some great hits there onto the AT gun. Will burn the crew alive. And even the guns are seeing good damage now.
Base.
Trying to skim some of that wire there. And he's starting to burn some of his own models there. More pioneers being put on the field trying to repair up this Tiger tank. And probably a good idea to spend some command points when we get that manpower blitz. Is to always give you a positive amount, so it's maybe a good idea to just go for activate manpower blitz there, just for manpower reserve. Because manpower blitz reduces your max manpower income by 50% for 3 minutes. So reducing it right now, which will result in to lose 375 manpower, but you still get a plus 900, so it still gives you a net total like 625 at this moment.
MG crew!
Rifleman squad does force back that MG42. MG42 sort of dancing around a little bit as well. The repair bunk is still up and going. The Eager Ponds are not fully repaired as well. Rifleman squad does throw out a grenade right there, and the Volkswagen squad does fall back. You got multiple captures in favor, or just single neutral capture for neither side. And the Rifleman squad, ooh, see a deadly hit there. Next shot could take out that Rifleman squad. They're very stacked up. Rifleman squad does get a sticky bomb there on that Tiger Panzer. Mega snare. Will not get a snare. Rifle squad now falling back. And Grenadiers do throw a grenade there, getting a couple good kills there on that rifleman squad. Good as there onto that Tiger tank. M10's now charging forward, forcing back the Grenadiers.
Resources for Blitz are now available.
And now there's the manpower blitz. Very, very nice. At 87 manpower rate. So the more units he has, the less penalties to get from manpower blitz. And storing up that manpower can be very handy indeed.
We are losing ground.
Nice crossroads advancing forward, trying to get some good damage there onto the rifleman. He does have efficiency to infantry. No additional efficiency on his infantry just yet. Engineers receive a bit of fire there. Volksgrenadiers do fall back. Tiger Panzer could find a good shot there on the rifleman. He does find a good shot there on the rifleman. Nebel Warfare Barrage perhaps running on in over here. Getting some good damage there on that rifle squad, fully pinning him. Tiger Panzer advancing forward. The rifle squad is pinned, which is prone to being crushed.
Losing a sector.
M10 now seems to fire there from the Tiger Panzer. Rifleman squad trying to capture these sectors in the middle of the map. We got another M10 in that region. Looks like the M10 does not receive any damage at the moment.
Supplies taken! Have to run back!
I think does find a good hit there. Now we do have Warkerman or Clyde P. Barrage raining on in. We do now have the M10 charging forward. Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers advancing forward, just trying to throw these stun grenades and try to hit that rifleman. Maybe it'll get the squad. Nope, those miss those stun grenades. Next ones will come on in. It will be good. There's no frag grenade there. Nice cross order, run straight in that frag grenade, and the rifleman squad does fall back now. Fresh bunker, like a repair bunker. Could be a casualty recovery bunker. The other one's still up and going, so probably not that. Now you've got this rifleman squad and flame engineers facing forward. And then trying to find the rear armor of the Tiger tank. This Volksgrenadier squad does fall back now. M10 receives another shot, but rolls on this. Panzerfaust is going to fire and hit the M10. Nope, it does not. Put it there on the M10 there, almost taking it out. And these forces are getting suppressed and pinned thanks to Nebel Warfers. Nebel Warfers may singe a lot of these rifle squad. That one does manage to stay alive. The M10, the M118 gun does go down. Tiger tank has seen a bit of damage there. Does lose a Volksgrenadiers. M10's trying to charge on forward. That's not a good time. The Tiger tank still has plenty of health compared to these M10s. Because that one's now dead. The other one's one shot away from death. Tiger tank line shot. Takes the other M10 as well. No allied war machine? And not enough munitions for it.
Get your kit and form up!
He has enough command points for Pershing, so could allow Pershing there. He has plenty of tickets to trade time for resources. He has plenty of fuel as well.
The Germans are taking one of our points.
It's currently doing nothing.
Pershing.
And oh, looks like he actually backed out of the game now. This is Adam Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. So I do need to use the restroom, and I also need to restart my game client. There's been a lot of lag spikes there, so I'm just going to restart the game. In the meanwhile that's loading, I'm going to use the restroom. My apologies. Looks like I clicked off the game client. Come on out.
Sega.
And hopefully I'll get less lag spikes now. Looks like some more people joined. My apologies, had to restart the game and use the restroom. Let's go ahead and do a 2v2 now. Greetings everyone, and Great here of another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn bottom left side as the US forces, we have Death Machine. Spawn as the US player, we have Tinga Joe. Spawn top right side as the Panzer Elite player, we have QAQ. And spawn as the other Panzer Elite player, we have... I'm also not sure. AN? Foreign name? I have no idea what that is supposed to be. We do have, looks like... both of the Ketan crabs are pushing forwards towards these fuel points. They will both be claimed on up. We do, of course, have the barracks here as well. Looks like, and also support weapons center as well. So this player is eyeing for a bit of fun. Pulling out some 30 cals now. Like I see 2 30 cals into a handful of snipers. My guess. Could see a grenade. No. This is Panzer Elite. A chance of pulling out a 60mm mortar is unlikely because you don't fight any support weapons as Panzer Elite versus Panzer Elite, other than Black Irvings, which is not going to be like anytime soon, and Flak 88s. And something must be going really wrong or really right if you're hitting a Flak 88 with a 60mm mortar. Got 2 engineers here. D43 squad is pulling back a little bit. This Panzer Elite, Panzer Grenadier squad should have just been sitting there shooting the engineers. Now we've got these multiple Panzer Grenadiers focusing down this engineer. That one does fall back. Does decapture this field point there. Unlikely to capture it fully. You now have this 30 cal advancing forward. Engineer squad needs to sort of hold the region. Is he backing on the game? Should I reset the replay if he's backing out of the game like this?
Squad here. Done building.
And yeah, he's back in the game. Yep. And since we're still early in the replay, I'm just going to go to another replay because I don't feel like casting a replay with an AI in it because it's going to be a messy game trying to play with an AI. Sorry, that's just not really what I really want to do at the moment. That's fine. Here's another 2v2. My apologies. It's like, if that's early in the game, any game with AI just... yeah. You never want to play with AI teammates. AI can do reasonably well at a short amount of time, but they do horrible in the long run. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the north side as the US player, we have Death Machine. Spawn as his British ally, we have GSOSG. Spawn bottom right side as the Panzer Elite player, we have Fecking. And spawn as the Panzer Elite ally, we have Fortress Fortuna Advudant Vat? I have no idea. Aduvat. I have no idea how to actually properly pronounce that. Scope our squad to capture that munitions sector. Do have this. Getting grad to capture this fuel point. Now I've got this infantry section squad advancing forward. Does go ahead and pack up this HQ now. This engineers are capturing these points. Is this barracks? Yes, it is. We do have a jeep being deployed out in the field.
Fuel supply is up and good to go.
Congrats, captured that point. We do got these 2 Panzer Grenadiers advancing on forward. Neither an upgraded G43s, or at least not yet. We've now advancing forward to the center of the map, trying to find some sort of engagement. And now we do have this HQ command truck going very far forward. into unsecured lands. I am not sure what he's planning to do with that. Oh, he head-butted the building. He's putting massive holes in the building. He's trying to destroy the building before it gets a forward HQ deployed up. Let's put some pretty big holes there in that HQ. We've got the Panzer Grenadiers engaging. Scoper Squad are seeing a bit of fire. I got this Kaliningrad sword knocking around the Scoper Squad. And putting massive holes in this building will, and for destroying the building there with the HQ command truck. What that does, it allows, or not allows, but denies the forward HQ being pulled out for these Panzer Elite player. And now he's trying to body block the Panzer Grenadiers from leaving that. Wait, what? What happens to get your HQ command truck inside the trench? The Kaliningrad is now body blocking it in. It's going to take forever to go down by small arms fire. Can it escape out through this side? Buddy? Okay. Let's get some damage. These intersections, they are focusing on the Kaliningrad. Good. Can he destroy that Kaliningrad? Can he crush the carcass of a Kaliningrad? And I think the engine is damaged for this. Nope, this engine's not damaged. Just has a damaged animation onto it. It does manage to escape on out of there. Panzer Grenadiers and intersection still engaging away. Looks like Sunday scope right intersection on 9 engaging. And pulls out a forward HQ there? What the hell? Okay, he does retreat back a little bit too early with that squad. And if the squad retreats back, it's going to be ripped apart. He did not, well, quote-unquote, secure the area before setting it on up. Needs to take time for reinforcements. Something put out there. I think it's a lieutenant. The lieutenant wouldn't hurt. Help him be defensive. Going for a casualty clearing station there. Very nice. That help if he gets a lot of casualties there, he can actually get a lot of squads out front. All these Panzer Grenadier squads are retreating back early. Watch just stuck around a little bit. Rifle squad does get inside the garrison. Gets some good hits there. Over here, we got this. Of course, this intersection retreated back over here since his area doesn't have HQ. US player has now got out some sticky bombs. Very good. Intersection here is getting overran by the Panzer Grenadiers. Yeah, the intersection is still back at his teammates' home. And both these Panzer Grenadier squads are falling back. I'm not sure why he retreated back them both in. He should have kept them around for much longer. Because wiping that scope rifle squad is very important. This intersection is now retreating back after receiving some reinforcements. And the British squad will take time to secure up this sector now. Getting the fuel point, he could pack on up, redeploy into this sector. Because right now it's on a standard point there, so it doesn't get any additional resources. Trimwagen moving around. We do have these intersections here, and this Jeep's now receiving a lot of fire there. Oh, that's a dead sniper. Sorry, I was so focused on the British player, I didn't realize the US player was running down that sniper. I'm just sort of amazed of what just happened here with this truck. You now have a slit trench here. That's a good idea. May want to play a bit defensive for the time being until you get some stuff reorganized. Rifleman squad iron for this point. And right now the Allies doing a good job of capturing up this map. If you take a look at the map here, they need to siege down this HQ command truck. Pack 38s would be good. Tank Buster, pan trucks from either player would be good as well. So they need to hit the British player, force him out of that region at least. Which is going to be extremely hard with these slit trenches, so the Panzer Elite player may need to go from some Cindy grenades or a mortar half-track. What structures do we have? Panzer Command, so it's maybe Iron for 2-2. Has comfort company, so we can pull out the mortar half tracks. No Kriegsberg here. That may be the tech up. It is the skirmish phase there. Multiple slit trenches there. Has redeployed the HQ command truck and to secure more fuel. A very cinematic spot for that Vickers placement, and
We're losing territory.
one of the Exos players backed out of the game. Panzer Elite player actually backed out of the game. Aw. This game was getting very interesting. Will his teammate back out of the game relatively soon? And yes, he did. Sandgrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. What a bad way to end that replay. This was so interesting over here. Who knew? Could you actually deploy the HQ command truck down here if you get it stuck down there? Would that be a good or bad position? I have no idea. Either way, on to the next replay. Probably be a bad spot. There's a good chance that the infantry sections probably will get stuck with reinforcing, getting the fresh models sort of like stuck in a weird spot. Oh yep, this one's done. Yeah, let's find another 2v2. Yeah, this one should do fine. Oh, thank you for the follow. Or was that YouTube? Yep, it's YouTube subscription. Thank you. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on bottom left side as US forces, we have Simple. Spawn on top as his ally, as the US player, we have Phil. And he's asking you art, no armor. So it looks like he's going for armor. This person's going maybe for infantry. I doubt it's going to be airborne. Over here, as the Wehrmacht players, we have Siggy, and as his Wehrmacht ally, we have Mr. Paul, with a bunch of dots, equals, slashes, and periods. Barracks deployed on the field. We've got barracks here as well, no support weapons center. We, of course, got the Wehrmacht quarters here and here, so nothing too crazy at the moment. Mission sector is being captured on up. Wehrmacht quarters almost complete. Pioneers making their way over here, so it's not eyeing to go down south. Probably Volksgrenadiers, MG40, probably MG42s and motorcycles first before we see any Volksgrenadiers. Engineers splitting on up, trying to capture the sector and trying to rapidly capture up these sectors. But these Pioneers are pushing way forward. And it's only a single model here, so he could potentially get some great damage on this engineer. And now this engineer will be gunned down. It will see some extra damage there. And there's a teleport forward. And now the engineers will likely go down. I don't think the Pioneers will win. Volksgrenadiers are pushing forward, and the Rifleman squad, so this munition sector will not be captured by either player anytime soon. Engineers does get forced back there. Pioneers have both the models, but it may be good to get a full withdrawal from the region. Volksgrenadiers are soft retreating behind this heavy cover there, and now it's going to be a long-range firefight. Up north, we've got the engineers being the Pioneers, and now I've got the Pioneers to beat the engineers, and I'm about ready to sneeze. You know that feeling that sneeze is going to come out, but it's not coming out? Oh, it didn't happen this time. Oh, wait a second. That's 1,000 VPs. Oh boy. That's 1,000 VPs. Oh boy. Engineers captured this VP now. We do have these engineers captured up a fuel point. And now we've got the Pioneers eyeing for the munitions point. Jeep's pushing way forward. We may see, yeah, we will see some damage there onto that Jeep.
Scout here.
And our Volksgrenadiers are advancing on forward. Over here, we've got the Schimwagen Pioneers, MG42 in this region. Over here, it's just our Rifleman squad. And down south, Pioneers are going to be capture that munitions sector. Jeep now repaired up by the engineers. And we've got this MG42 advancing forward. Him unit down. He must have lost a Pioneer. Yep, Pioneer down right there. This Pioneer may also go down. MG42 fires a burst there on that Rifleman squad. Engineers advancing on forward as well. Volksgrenadiers trying to get ward away the engineers. But the engineers getting some good damage on the MG42 as they dance in front of it and runs away. MG42 has seen quite a bit of fire there. Rifleman squad not being suppressed at the moment. Jeep now firing away, getting some good damage there onto the MG42. Up north, we do got the Rifleman squad engaging the Schimwagen in close range. And the Schimwagen will manage to skip on out there, even the Rifleman squad does get suppressed by the MG42. Rifleman squad advancing forward, maybe we'll get the pick off on that Schimwagen, severely wounded there. And the Volksgrenadiers are going to be pursuing the Rifleman squad now. MG42 does find suppression there on this Rifleman squad. Both squads are currently suppressed. Volksgrenadiers should be able to force back the Rifleman squad, no problem. Reposition trying to go and hit this other rifleman squad now. Both rifleman squads now falling back. And we've got the Volksgrenadiers now capture the central munitions point there. We also got these engineers decapturing the central munitions point. Yep, seems like they're doing pretty good. Once being captured on up, we got the rifleman squad engaging the Volksgrenadier at long range. Rifleman squads are falling back. Push north was not very well timed. Yep, the rifleman war sword streaming one at a time, and he probably should have took time to run down the Schimwagen. Getting picked off like that would have been quite nice. It was pretty close to going down. MG42 suppressing down this rifleman squad. Maybe one of the US players should deploy out. Yeah, we do have a weapon sports center. Honestly, at this point in time, I think a mortar could be quite good since they're having severe trouble with these MG42s. Plus, a mortar will help deny the users of this heavy cover in the middle of the map. So I think a mortar would probably be better than a sniper at this moment in time. Let's see what's being deployed out by the support weapon center. Nothing at the moment. Well, let's get them selected so we can see what's going to be deployed on out. Engineers do get likely get wiped out there. And does get wiped out there. MG42 gains some good suppression and damage onto that rifleman squad, going to be forced sending back. Over here, we've got the rifleman squads advancing forward. Not getting a lot of damage on the Pioneers nor the Schimwagen at the moment. Down south, this Pioneer squad get overrun and is going for a sniper. I sort of just want to see some mortars. Mortars just uncommon. I just like to see them. We got a capture recovery bunker deployed out by one of the Wehrmacht players. MG42 receiving quite a bit of fire from the riflemen. Trying to retaliate now. Schimwagen's going to be trying some fire score as well. The MG42 does get wiped out. And now the engineers advancing forward to get some damage there on the MG42. One casualty has been claimed. Second casualty being claimed now. And now Schimwagen's receiving quite a bit of fire there. More casualties being recovered. Wait, how many repair? Just one casualty recovery bunker there. I don't know why I thought that was maybe two. So also going for two is not necessarily half bad. Going for multiple recovery bunkers or medic stations and things of that sort, and resulting in a lot of casualty recovery because it's easy to shoot two, very hard to shoot four. Because they also respond twice as quickly and there's constant tie to them. You can actually cover a lot of casualty by deploying out too. Of course, it's expensive. Keep firing away. Got the flamethrower there to support. Rifleman squad and sniper gains some good damage there on that Pioneer. Rifleman squads have captured that point. They may get flanked by those Volksgrenadiers. MG42 finds good damage as well. MG42 finds a good flank there, suppressing both these rifleman squad. They're very wounded. They may want to get out of Treehouse Center sooner rather than later. Now we've got this rifleman squad advancing forward. Trying to get this MG42, but I've got an MG42 here to cover the MG42. It's one reason why I think a mortar wouldn't be half bad. Let's get another shot there. A lot of static units here, so mortar could provide some good fire support hitting all that stuff. You got a nice hedge line there. Enemy unit down. So it looks like a landmine exploded, killing something. It did not kill the sniper, and that sniper is very wounded. Looks like he almost took out the sniper there with that landmine. Volksgrenadiers try and charge it before, receive some engineer fire now. Got Grenadier here, does throw a grenade there, unsuccessful. Sniper at 6 kills at the moment. And these forces are falling back. The Volksgrenadier can't really stay in the region for too long. Do we have veterans one of these Volksgrenadiers as well? Based on another engineer model as well. Let's switch over to the Wehrmacht players. Let's switch to cycle through all these players. This US player does not have a selected doctrine just yet. Have a good reserve of manpower, munitions, and fuel. I have a feeling there's going to be a Treehouse Center relatively soon. We do now have a motor pool being blown out by this US player, who has no manpower reserve, very little munitions, and very little fuel. So a Greyhound won't come out anytime soon. Now we do got 2 snipers in the field. One in Veteran C1, the other one got his first kill now. This Wehrmacht player has deployed a sniper. That's the one that partially ate this landmine.
Thy objective is to say.
Veterancy gained.
And we do also have a small reserve of manpower, basically no munitions, less manpower now, going for a half track, and a small reserve of fuel. And the other Wehrmacht player does have a sniper of his own, a couple pioneers. This sniper has 0 kills at the moment, so something I always like to say is your first kill with the sniper should be your opponent's sniper, and he walks away at the wrong moment there. Fragment squad's trying to throw a frag grenade there. I believe he does have frag grenade research. Frag grenade being thrown with Volksgrenadiers may blow up some of his own engineer models. Did get one of his own engineer models. And his engineers receiving quite a bit of fire there as well. You got a Wehrmacht landmine there. Pioneers receiving some fire from the flamethrower of the engineer, and will not get burned alive there. Rifleman squad advancing forward, trying to go for another frag grenade, maybe on this MG42. There's a lot of MG42s in the region. And looks got the medics charging forward. Looks like he's going to get a free grenadier relatively soon. He already has a free grenadier from it. Might as well get another. And this player has gone for defensive. Quick cycle through. No doctrine just yet. I think he said he was going for armor as well.
Yeah, recon here.
He's a little bit wounded. Rifleman squad receiving some fire from the MG42 now. Half-track pushes his way forward. You have this half-track fire loaded up with a Pioneer to suppress the flame engineers now. This Wehrmacht sniper says 0 kills. So it's going to be eyeing for another opponent sniper. The other one does have 1 kill, so at least there's no 1 Wehrmacht sniper on the field. And once you know there's at least 1 Wehrmacht sniper on the field, you're going to have to assume there's going to be... You have to play around at all times. The US player has both his snipers still alive, so one of them has not been counter-sniped. He doesn't have a whole lot of force out on the field either. Does have enough munitions for off-mid power shoot. Also, he has selected the infantry doctrine. He may use those resources for multiple M2 howitzers. Does suppress his entire force here, including the 2 camouflage sniper. Sniper does get a kill there on the MG42.
Composition B is in. Troops are now in stick.
This guy will probably be shot relatively soon. Nope, it's the guy next to him. Sticky bombs have been researched by the US player I have selected at the moment, and we've got this rifle squad and seen a bit of fire. We've got 2 Wehrmacht landmines here. And the MG42 has been decrewed and reclaimed. You could have to take a quick time trying to finish off that Volksgrenadier. Does not finish the Volksgrenadiers there. Looks like the Wehrmacht sniper does fire a shot. This one was the one that had 1 kill. Or 0 kills, I should say. Frag grenade thrown on this rifle squad gets a great frag there. I think there's a sniper. And both these rifleman squads are getting suppressed. We've got a Grenade Warfare now hitting these rifleman squads. Very nice. And now the striking squad is at, or snipers at efficiency 2. 2 more medics grabbing casualties. I'll give him a free grenadier. And know this player also has access to sticky bombs, so I have to be very careful. Let's go finish off that MG42 as well. Suppress and pins the 6-man squad as well. His entire force could be suppressed and pinned. The sniper's course can't stay in the region. He can retreat back the other 2 squads to prevent the AoE suppression onto them. And now Volksgrenadier is trying to run down this jeep, and it looks like they will be successful. They are successful. Sniper does get a good hit there on that MG42, and does get another hit there as well. It seems that Sichi has not microed for Sniper. Take a long time to take too long for a counter snipe. It can. You have to make sure your sniper is facing towards your opponent's sniper or counter snipe. Snipers do fall back there. Off-mid power shoot raining on in. Yeah, in order to counter snipe, you have a very small window, and you have to make sure your sniper's already pre-positioned and facing the direction to get the counter snipe off. If it's facing the wrong direction, it takes 2 times along the rotate around. Both these rifle squads are now suppressed. They'll throw a frag grenade there on the M42. Likely he'll get the wipe there. Does get the wipe there. Volksgrenadiers could be sacrificed to reclaim that MG. Does not decide to sacrifice the Volksgrenadiers. And the Rifleman squad could go forward and capture that MG42. Greyhound now deployed on the field. Gets a good hit there onto the half track. More grenades there onto that half track. And he's may ping somewhere where Pack may be at. Greyhound face forward trying to get that half track. Grenadiers maybe being upgraded to a Panther Strike. Yes, being upgraded to Panther Strike. Pack does connect. Panther Strike pops on out. Unable to get a shot there. Greyhound does escape out with very little health remaining. Frag grenade thrown. And Panzerfaust does connect, getting a main gun to short crit. But his engine's still fully functional. Getting unlucky there with that Panzerfaust. Rifleman squad's getting suppressed there. There's of course a couple of Wehrmacht landmines. Somehow he does not spot it. And he blew up the landmine, doing us some serious damage to the Volksgrenadier. Snipers do both make it out of there. And there is a triage center here. It looks like a sharing triage center a bit far forward. We do got something pulled out by both mortar pools. Let's take a quick look at that. M1 AT gun. Greyhound. Asking his teammate to go for tier 4.
Artillery support is now available.
And now M2 house is now available for this US player. More landmines being deployed on out. Very nice. And there's an M2 howitzer.
Eyes and ears, ladies.
Harder head. Either way.
Rifleman squad does fall back.
We're here. Someone wreck key to Greyhound. Done building.
Rifleman squad does get suppressed there. MG42 backing on off, trying to avoid any more frags. And throwing out some more landmines there. Very, very nice.
Field battery ready for targets.
There's this grenade warfare here. Only 2 kills at the moment. Oh, but you got a Panther. That's a pretty fast Panther, isn't it? Panther now deployed on the field. Rifleman squad does spot it. That is a Wehrmacht landmine there. Rifleman squad here. And maybe he's trying to push forward, try to get a sticky bomb off. Goes a sticky... Nope. Try to go for a sticky bomb there.
Enemy unit
May run to a
down.
landmine there. Enemy unit down. Looks like he does go ahead and double tap that rifle Pioneer squad with the snipers. Panther firing some shots there. No Veteran C on the Panther just yet. Let's see if he's going for any Veteran C. Not at the moment. Excuse me, not in the moment. M2 howitzer raining on in, trying to hit this Pack 38. Rifleman squad looks like we'll get a sticky bomb off there. M1 AT gun does fire a shot as well. Does find a landmine there. Does capture up the MG42, make it decrewed. And does not get a sticky bomb off with that Rifleman squad. Casualty clearing station is one casualty away from getting a free medic. Not medic, Grenadier. And there it is. He's dragging his buddy back to become a Grenadier. Back in the fight, buddy. Snipers are being pushed on forward. We got this fresh Rifleman squad advancing forward as well. Right go for a landmine there. And was unsuccessful. MG42 does go and suppress down this Rifleman squad. Panther needs repairs. He's also the Volksgrenadier to stop dancing in front of it. This is not China and Tiananmen Square. Oh, both players have gone for a Greyhound and pulling out a Greyhound landmine there. Very nice. Got a Wehrmacht sniper here, maybe trying to spot for an artillery barrage on this position. Let's see now. Does either player have access to a doctrine ability? Oh, Firestorm. He is spotting for himself. He can bring in a Firestorm barrage himself. Flameteer is pulling him back. You have the engineer being blown up by a landmine. Nice crossbow is charging him forward as well. And Gets annihilated. Falcon on the Firestorm. I'm not sure why it's delaying the Firestorm. Maybe seeing his command points for ammunitions for a V1 rocket run. Gets another volley there. Both these snipers are severely wounded. Hellcat now deployed on the field. We've got an NP40 of Volksgrenadiers. Panzer IV deployed out on the field. Interesting. I always love seeing Panzer IVs. I got the Firestorm being called on somewhere. Right there. Firestorm's being called on the front line. Getting some great hits there. The Panzer IV is severely wounded. The engine is destroyed. Does take out the M180 gun, at least the crew. Wehrmacht sniper was spotted there. Almost could have blown up that landmine to blow up the sniper. For some odd reason, I have a tendency of finding snipers being blown up by landmines. Greyhound is advancing on forward. Gets good damage there on the M42. Bernard Warfare does get the engine crit onto the M8. Panzer IV and Panther needs repairs. Maybe good idea to go for some repair bunkers, as well as veterancy. No veterancy at the moment.
This is Panther Panzer. German steel.
This Wehrmacht player has selected the offensive doctrine, so we know about the infantry doctrine. And he said he is going to go for armor, but he still has all 5 command points. Maybe he's not exactly sure which side he wants to go down first, Pershing or Calliope. His teammate has the M2, so maybe a good idea if we'll go for the Pershings.
Ready for battle.
Amtrak does destroy this own heavy cover there, and the Grenadier squad does fall back now. Snipers, Vet 3 sniper, Veterancy 2 sniper. Get some good shots there. And when he gun does roll a bounce onto the Panther. Wehrmacht sniper in this region. How close is he for some off map? Not a lot of munitions at the moment. He has to put out a lot of landmines. Maybe he wants to perhaps hide some munitions caches to bring in some more off maps. His teammate has also gone for offensive, so there's more off maps they can call on in. Especially registered artillery. Artillery can be very useful at keeping that VP. Because they're going to have to fight for VPs a long time since it's a 1000 VP game. Rifle squad making a soft retreat away. Snipers getting some shots there on the Volksgrenadiers, where these rifle squads do get suppressed.
Under fire. Coming in from the west.
And a good Grenade Warfare hit there as well. Good sniper hits on the Knights Crossholders, and does get a counter snipe there. And I'm trying to pick up on these Knights Crossholders. Or that actually looks like a Volksgrenadier model there. Yep, it's a Volksgrenadier model. Panther firing away. We've got a Flak 80 out on the field as well. Yep, and not to mention they built a Flak 88, and his teammate has not called any off map on top of those 105s. If they would have destroyed the 105s, that would be great. But he has not destroyed the 105s. He may be just saving up for the V1s, but he really should hit those M1 artillery pieces of the off-map artillery. V1 rocket's now available. He needs a camouflage for it, a sniper, and spot for it. He can perhaps take out both. The M2s are definitely too far away to be collateral like that. But he could deploy it right there and potentially get the casualty clearing station, as well as some other infrastructure. And the Vet snipers on the US side. True, there's only one remaining. He did take out the Vet 3 one. There's now a fresh 0 kill one out in the field. Now we do have Veterancy 1 Ostwind. If you get some more Veterancy, that'd be great. Does have a good number of armor as well. Panzer IV, Panther, Ostwind. His teammate has one Panzer Command as well. He has Knights Crossholders himself. There's gonna get a shot there on Ostwind.
They spotted me and I'm taking fire.
Sniper has pushed forward, does pick off the M2, and there's another M2 there. A V1 could take out both of them if he gets right there. These forces are starting to get suppressed from that captured MG4 too. Got a Greyhound to support it as well.
Unit has died a hero.
Next, push my forward, grab a pair of casualties there. He will get, if they get back, they get a free Grenadier. Let's see everybody's resources right now. The armor player does not have a whole lot of resources. Does have a 3 Hellcats, bunch of riflemen, AT gun, Greyhound, a good mixed force there. But does have a good reserve of munitions and enough for Allied War Machine. And I take, oh. Looks like he's going to give his armor player a M1 AT gun. Not M1 AT gun, M2 howitzer. Now he can bring in artillery barrages to help support his armored advances a little bit more effectively. Does get some good hits there onto the bunker medics. Let's see. Oh yeah, this US player does have a small reserve of manpower, good reserve of munitions, and some fuel. Not enough munitions there for a V1 rocket strike. He really should eye the V1 rocket strike relatively soon. Has a good amount of manpower and fuel in reserve, however, as well as a good number of... Oh, that's the other player of tanks. This person has a good number of tanks on the field. And the very wounded Flak 88. So, looks like they're planning to launch attack. Hellcats now pushing way forward. Got the 4 Hellcats advancing forward. MG Greyhound could advance as well. These are US snipers. They're spotting for the Hellcats, so they know it's a good time to attack. To focus on the these forces. Flak 88 has been decrewed by the snipers. Very, very good. Allied War Machine has been activated. Panzer IV receiving quite a fire there. This Hellcat is still alive, barely.
They're hitting our base.
Did Allied War Machine get activated too quickly? Except the M10, Allied War Machine's down, already consumed half its duration. This M10 or Hellcat has its main gun destroyed. Panzer could fire. Holding fire, trying to get inside the bunker, which is actually good. And lose the Hellcat before Allied War Machine. Allied War Machine wore off. So no, that Allied War Machine did absolutely nothing. Good at there as well. Hellcat's not following him back. So it's sort of funny, the Allied assault went horribly because they didn't get killed. Does that make any sense? Panther is now severely wounded. Flak 88 is still firing away. The Hellcat does go down. I think that was to an M2 shot. Flak 88 has been decrewed once again. Still not used the V1 just yet. Now start salvaging this carcass here as well. He's also destroying the carcass there. Very, very nice. Another US sniper gets a good hit there. He still has a sniper alive. US sniper does receive a shot and receive some damage there. Does not have enough munitions there for a V1 rocket strike. And this engineer does find a landmine there. Does have a minesweeper in the region. Does wipe out that squad as well. Another good hit there as well. As Crossbones advancing forward, he does not have enough munitions for a V1 rocket strike. He stalled for a bit longer. M2 V1 should be casting right there. He has enough munitions for it. He does cast it in. He does lose nice crossholders in it. So where did it hold in? Oh, that was not a good cast there. And there's also an MG42 on this Grenadier. Rifleman may receive a bit of fire there. Does throw a grenade on the Grenadiers. Grenade in return. MP40 Volks nice and close. Grenadiers find some good damage there. Volks Grenadiers does get forced back. Does have a Flak Panzer Ostman still alive. And let's see what forces. Oh, he lost both the Panzer IV and Panther so far. We know the Panzer IV went down, so the Panther go down. Just the Black Panther also at the moment. No additional veterancy at the moment. Going for another Panther. Against the Armor Doctrine, that makes sense. They know there's still at least 3 Hellcats still alive. All 3, not so one still needs a little bit more repairs. Just smash M10s, or in this case, Hellcats. It does get a good hit there onto that AT gun, I believe it was. Repair bunker is almost down as well. Need some repairs for that.
Reporting.
The amount of infantry here, 2 Greyhounds to support.
Reporting.
And the Panther squad does see a bit of fire there. US Sniper advances forward with 1 kill. This Sniper's advances forward as well with 8 kills. So the Snipers are going to be very close to each other. Some shots there. And there's also a Wehrmacht landmine, so that US Sniper... Oh, the US Snipers did spot each other. US Snipers now seeing some automatic weapons fire with a machine gun. And now they're going to be touching tips and does take out the US Sniper there. And that one does go down to the M2. So he killed his own sniper, or killed his buddy's sniper, after taking out the other sniper as well. That was a really stupid engagement. Panther squad's advancing forward, does get suppressed by the base MG, needs to get out of the arc. And we got another US sniper firing away. He's trying to get these Panthers to hit the M2. Lines up a shot and does not get a shot off. Grenadiers now engaging the MG42, and the Grenadier squad does fall back now. Osman's advancing forward, gains some good damage there on this Rifleman squad, forcing them back. There's a landmine there. It does get swept. There's actually a sweeper on this Engineer squad. Both Grenadiers advancing on forward. There's another landmine here. Grenadiers in the region as well. Grenadiers could go for a frag grenade. This is probably a good time to go for a frag grenade. The landmine has been recamouflaged as it was not swept. Grenade has been thrown. He may back off into, or just eat the entire grenade, getting a lot of kills right there. And seen a bit of fire there. Both the Volksgrenadiers do fall back. The Grenadiers just make soft retreat away. And this squad, if they retreat back, they could lose entire squad right there, because this guy is pretty bunched up. Retreating back may detonate the squad. Panther's now being pushed on forward. He does bring a 28cm rocket barrage onto this one here. Allied War Machine has been activated, and this Panther does go down now. There's M2 barrage over here. US sniper spotting, very nice. Landmine has been detonated, and I see 2 one-man riflemen there, so he did not lose a squad to that landmine. Rifleman squads do fall back. Got still a large number of Hellcats in the field, but all of them are quite wounded. So there's only 1 M2 deployed on the field at the moment, or left, I should say. Another Panzer IV has been pulled out as well. Flak 88 finds a miss on the Greyhound. Oh, Hoffman parachute now raining on in. Rolls a miss on the Flak 88. MP40 of Volksgrenadiers seeps some fire and suppress and pin. Does roll a miss there onto the Greyhound with the Panzer IV. And the captured MP42 will receive a frag, decrewing the squad. Flak 88 has been decrewed, still plenty of health on the gun. M2 barrage now raining on in. Let's take a quick look at everybody's resources once again. This Wehrmacht player has plenty of munitions for a 28cm rocket barrage and Column Register artillery, plenty of times. His teammate has the V1 still on cooldown, munitions, good small reserve of munitions, good reserve of manpower and fuel. Plenty of manpower and fuel for the rest of the game, honestly. This landmine could be cancelled. We saw that Pioneer squad getting wiped out earlier. And more Flak 88 shots raining on in. There's 2 Panzer IVs on the field, 1 for each player. Grenadier and Rifleman squad engaging at long range over here for the armor player, or infantry player I should say. We do have a good reserve of manpower, enough munitions for off-map power shoot, and we'll have plenty of fuel for the rest of the game. So him to point out some more armor wouldn't be half bad. We got now the Hellcats charging forward, Panzer IV getting overwhelmed. Allied War Machine and Field repairs are both available, but no munitions for them. Does lose one of the Hellcats, another Hellcat will go down to Pack 38. Off-map power shoot does get a direct hit there, saving the Hellcat. And now the Hellcats will be falling on back.
What are my coordinates?
Oh, that's a very far forward M2, isn't it? And the other one has permanent reticle since I had that selected while switching players.
Enemy unit down.
Granada Warfare does go down there. Oh, Grenadier Squad advancing forward from eye for an M2, or maybe just trying to eye some of these Hellcats. Grenadier Squad does fall back. Grenadiers now receive some anti-tank gun shots, and that is a Vet 3 anti-tank gun, gaining some good damage, even 2 infantry kills. US sniper was spotted for a moment. He doesn't crush him. There's a landmine there, and that was the one that's not fully built, wasn't it? Yeah, that was not the one that was fully built. Grenade was thrown. Grenade does get some good damage there. Oswin does have to see some damage as well. Sniper was spotted for a brief moment. Black Panzer sort of skirmishing around, and one AT gun setting up a shot. You see, it's a deadly shot there, almost got destroyed. That sticky bomb could take out the Oswin, all depends on the crit. Destroyed engine crit there. You got the Flak 8 now recruited there, but he may sacrifice an entire squad for that one. And this bunker is not fully built there either. Panzer IV is pushing forward, and the Black Panzer Oswin was saved. Hellcat charging forward, Flak 88 set on up. This Hellcats may get destroyed in a quick 1-2 punch. One good punch there. Panzer IV doesn't get the kill there, and the Oswin does actually go down there. And there goes the Hellcat. I always forget the Panzer IV's name is not exactly that great. Oh, and the AT gun now getting hit by the Flak 88. Let's spot the M2 right there. You can call him the 28cm rocket barrage. AT gun doesn't get fully destroyed there. Grenadiers have picked up a bar as well, having Panzer equipped. Gets good hits there. Wait, is that Flak 88 in range of the M1? And there's the V1 rocket run. Or rocket strafe run bombing. That's the word. I'm gonna land right here. Right hit. Hellcat's now charging forward. Flak 88 is still alive. Panzer IV sees quite a bit of use. Panzer IV does go down. May fire one shot before falling down. Multiple hits there on top of 18 guns. Pack 30 on the repack. Flak 88 does go down. May find another shot there. It's a good hit there. Petrick trying to land a shot. Petrick does not get the shot off there. Field repairs will get decent repairs onto there. And both of those Hellcats will manage to escape on out. Got a good number of Petricks now put on the field for these Grenadiers. May want to get some veterancy for them. This Greyhound could go down quite quickly if any of those Petricks do hit. This Greyhound's also firing away. We've got these Hellcats firing away. And the Grenadiers are sort of just getting charged forward. They can call it. Calls a 20cm rocket barrage. Fires a shot there on the observation post and does fall back now. So this howitzer should go down the 20cm rocket barrage. Yes, it does. No problem. Now we do got more M10 spawn on the field, so it looks like the other player is now pulling out some armor. Yep, he needs an infantry vet, especially if you have that many Pentracks. Just make them more reliable rather than have to risk the misses. As false fires, gets a direct hit there, taking out that M10. Fresh Flak 88 just deployed out in the field. All the M2s are now down in the field, so the Flak 88 doesn't have to receive any artillery fire besides the off-map artillery strikes, which he is nowhere near enough missions for. He just called one recently. Wolf from the barrage now raining on in. Pack 30 finds a shot there on the Hellcat. And now the Flak 88 does go down, probably largely thanks to the sniper. The US player has claimed the Flak 88. Register artillery bringing on in. Register artillery takes out the Flak 88.
Enemy unit
Grenadiers
down.
advancing forward. We got this 60mm mortar to put on the field. May have been from a off-map combat group. It's good to kill. It's there. I just realized something. Those M10s that he had were from an off-map combat group. That was not from Think Depot, so we got really lucky with that off-map combat group. Panther advancing forward, Veteran C2. It's a good hit there on the Greyhound. This M10 seeing some fire now. M10 does go down now.
Enemy unit down.
Flak 88 does get decrewed once again. May see a grenade. Grenade is on the Flak 88, but there's nothing crewing it. Good grenade there on the Rifleman squad, getting some damage actually. Not that great. Rifleman squad can get some sticky bombs onto the Panther. Does get immediate engine crit there because he ran on the model, throwing the sticky bomb there, and the other one does just gets damaged as well. So it does get an engine crit. MP42 sitting it up, trying to suppress these forces. And now with the Rifleman's
Enemy
the
unit
sniper
down.
firing away, does get a wiper there on the Grenadier, and that grenade didn't do much that time.
Right fucking there!
I see a lot of missing squads from both sides. Let's just start from the top. We do now have fresh Pershing on the field. Okay, the armor player has plenty of resources. He was saving up his forces for more for his Pershing. His teammate has a lot of wounded squads. He needs a lot of reinforcements. Luckily, it does have the manpower for that, but probably just barely. He does have a Panther half-track, that's why I work from the half-track, pair of Volks Grenadiers, Engineer. Grenadier of at least one Panther strike and bar. Good kill there on that Rifleman squad. Pershing now pushed away forward. Panther needs support. There's also Hellcat here to support the Pershing. And he has a Panther forward and some Grenadiers. Not a whole lot, honestly. These Volks Grenadiers need to eye some Panzerfaust. He's pending missions for Panzerfaust, so use them. Panther now being prepared up for combat. It's a good defensive position for him. Pack 38 being captured on up, trying to provide some fire support. Maybe good idea to hit that Hellcat. It's much more vulnerable. Pack 38 does roll bounce on that Pershing. No off. I have no idea what that means. Good hit there. Grenadiers advance forward. We'll find a kill there onto that Hellcat. Do now have another M2 deploy out of the field. No off-map combat group, I think it was. Maybe? Needs more manpower for that. Has the squads reinforced. Panzer IV needs some repairs, and there goes that engineer. Warframe Barrage raiding on in. Forcing back the engineers. Make another M10 blob. Or Hellcats. Another Panther on the field. Very nice. This Panther still needs time for repairs. And it looks like there's at least 2 repair bunkers. Not sure what the other one is. There's a third one. Nope, that's a Pioneer squad. Up north, we do got the engineers. They did get past the wire. And these guys suppressed. Oh, must have been just a landmine there, not an MG.
I have everything but a target.
Vet 3 sniper running around trying to spot. Very nice. I like seeing spotting snipers, and since it's Vet 3, it's able to move around pretty quickly. Does spot the Panther and the Volks Grenadiers. Wolf from the half track there. This Panther's not fully repaired. Panther maybe trying to go for some crushes here. Does knock them around from being captured at the point. They still have plenty of DPs to lose. In fact, the Wehrmacht players only has lost about 38 VPs out of 1,000. So they have plenty of VPs. Flamer Pioneer does get forced on back.
Enemy
Flamer
unit
Pioneer does
down.
get wiped out. And fresh MP40s. Panzer IV is now fully repaired on up. Got second Panzer IV here as well. Got 2 M2s deployed out on the field. And now a fresh Flak 8 being deployed on the field. D1's still on cooldown. Of course, they can always call them firestorms. Rifle squads advancing on forward. Grenadiers do capture the central VP. Panzer Force here to hit those rifle squads. Wolfram and Barrage Ring on does get a good hit there onto the M2 and onto the Hellcat. Camouflage sniper still spotting. Jim walking on the field. He maybe has a good idea that there is a sniper over here, and this will help him spot the sniper. Or he may just try to explore towards the artillery pieces to form some off-map artillery. Hellcat finds a bounce down the Panther. Pershing now pushes way forward. That looks like a fresh Pershing, has 0 kills. Now here comes the V1. Maybe around here. Doesn't take out the engineer. He got lucky with that. Panther now sees a bit of fire there. Hellcat's running forward. Hellcat does get out of control there. Of course, with the off-map combat group, both Hellcats have been recovered. Pershing has now had his rear armor exposed, needs to run away, just floored at this point in time. Now got a registered artillery being called on in as well. And now there's an engine crit there on the Pershing. Of course, you can always rush for these Hellcats, the freshly redeployed Hellcats, to protect this Pershing. Sniper in this region. I'm not sure where that Schimwagen may have went. Right there. Sniper still spotting.
They defended the fatherland until the
Volksman
death.
did get forcing back. Sniper did fire shots somewhere. I'm not sure what the sniper is trying to shoot at. Did he hit the repair snipe? He must hit the repair pioneers to stop that Panther from being repaired. If that's the case, that's actually pretty good. Schimwagen now trying to hunt down the sniper. It does find a sniper right there. It is about 3 sniper. We're seeing a lot of fire from the MP40s. Finds a volley there. He's going to be pursuing it. There is a landmine there, but nope. The sniper gets gunned down by the Panther. Captured 60mm mortar being overran, though it does have some friendly landmines in the region. Or not so friendly landmines. Can landmines ever be friendly? Grenade has been thrown. Does get a good hit there on onto the 60mm mortar. The 60mm mortar does get decrewed. Cap 38 received quite a bit of damage. The gun itself is almost destroyed as well. Going for a sticky bomb onto the AT gun could actually destroy it. Sticky bomb has been thrown. That could destroy it. Panzer has been obtained by the rifle squad, and the AT gun does get fully wiped out. A lot of kills there. A lot of dead. Panzer IV advancing forward. There's 2 Vet 2 Panzer IVs. The Panthers have Veterancy 2 as well, so both these Wehrmacht players have Veterancy 2 tanks, while this one only has Veterancy 1 infantry still. Sticky bomb does connect on this Panther. This Panther is still severely wounded, now fully immobilized. Repair pioneers trying to repair up the Wolfman before repairing up the Panther. And the Panther should be saved right there, unless more artillery will be called on top of it. Another sticky bomb there. It does get destroyed into crit now, making it so it can not really move at all, even though it's fully immobilized. Allies now have 500 VPs remaining. And now we've got a fresh Ranger squad here. That could have been from off-map combat group. Anything else that would indicate off-map combat group? An M10, so it may have been from off-map combat group. Now here comes a firestorm raining on in. The 30 cal here may get overran. It could be captured in 14. I'm not sure what it is. Both Grenadier squad does fall back. This guy is... That was a M1 carbine shot. That was a 30 cal. Yep, 30 cal. From off-map combat group. Off-map power shoot trying to rain on this region. And that Panther's fully mobilized. He should have done more on top of this Panther. King Tiger now put on the field. Being destroyed.
Squad reporting casualties.
30 cal does go down. Does not get a kill there. Not getting killed there. That's honestly a bit of a shame how that off power ship did not wipe out the Panther. Now we have M2 Barrage on top of it as well. With rolling misses as well. Wolfram and Barrage raining on it. M2 does not get a kill there. It's getting a little bit more health, but needs a direct hit. And Panther will stay alive somehow. Rifleman and Engineer Advanced Forward got triple capture in favor of the Allies. Got multiple Hellcats here, plus an M10. And a Pershing. Mission cast being plotted out, very nice. No oh, there's a mission cache there. And this Rifleman squad does have a Panzerschreck. Make a crush right there. I thought I would have tried a full crush there myself. Oh, that's also a wound. That's the Wounded Panther, or a Wounded Panther, I should say. I thought that Panther had full health. Far from it. MP40 Volks trying to push the way forward. Rifle squads wasn't efficiency 3. Frag grenade thrown. Rifle squads advancing forward. Panzer 4 in this region. Does receive the sticky bomb now. Sticky bomb, frag grenades thrown from both sides, unable to really get any good damage or kills. The Grenadier squad needs to fall back. It does fall back now.
Enemy unit down.
I'm not sure what actually went down. Something went down. Up north, it could have been. Oh, nope, that's down Ranger models. Both Grenadiers are receiving a bit of fire there. Panther still needs a lot of repairs. I'm not sure where the other Panther's at. Could be dead. It says both Panthers are alive. Both of them still need repairs. As far as getting some damage there on those Rifleman squads. Very nice. Fresh US sniper on the field. This Wehrmacht player also is at top cap, 52 out of 50. Grenadier squad seeing a bit of fire. Asking for more M10s, or in this case, more Hellcats. Bernie has 5 Hellcats squad on the field. And the Rifleman squad is receiving quite a bit of fire and needs to fall back sooner rather than later. Up north, looks like that Pioneer squad does get wiped out by this Rifleman squad. 53 Rifleman squad. This Rifleman squad does go down to a registered artillery. That looks like more like off-map Howard shoot. Yeah, that was off-map Howard shoots there, so... He may have blew up his teammates or his own Rifleman squad with that off-map Howard shoot. The crude, not technically down.
Losing ground out.
Sniper push way forward. If they see those M10s or a Hellcats advance forward, one of the Pioneers need to hop on that Flak 80 as soon as possible. And he's going to throw the Pioneer on top of the onto that Flak 88. Very nice. X4 seeing lots of fire there. Nope, unable to secure the Flak 88. One of the Pioneers do go down. One of the Hellcats do go down. He may not have a lot of resources for... No, he does have enough for our Allied War Machine. Maybe we get to go for that. As for receiving massive amounts of fire there, field repairs have been activated, so we can't use Allied War Machine. Hellcat's now skirmishing around. This Hellcat may go down. The rest of the cars can be repaired on up. That one's severely wounded as well. Hellcat's charging forward. Now it's a good idea to fall back to these Hellcats since field repair has worn off and doesn't have any access to any additional abilities. Rifle squads advance forward. Got the King Tiger and Panthers now pursuing these Hellcats. Now is a really good time to get out of there. Bigvon does connect on this Panther. Getting damage and crit there, preventing it from able to pursue. Now he maybe I can go back in. That landmine's not built, is it? Yep, still not built. But it's there on these Panthers. King Tiger is right there. Trying to deal with these rifleman squads. Panthers going to be overrun. Got another field repair being active. They're going to top off the health of these Hellcats. Yep, they're all doing quite healthily fine. Hellcats are doing some good focus fire on the Panthers. Out of one, the Hellcats do go down. One of the Panthers do go down. One big cap down. Another big cap down. Two of the small cats, two of the Hellcats have gone down. And now the King Tiger does receive a sticky bomb there. Does get a damage engine crit as well. You could try overwhelming the King Tiger at the moment. Seeing lots of fire there. Warperman may go down as well, and he's firing very close range barrage. Going up the hill, we're actually getting a good angle on that King Tiger as well, so that's a good spot. Pershing's at efficiency 1, the Hellcat's at efficiency 2 as well. Warperman receiving some hits as well, so take a bomb onto the King Tiger as well. Getting a fully immobilized crit there. Gamer's missing some pairs. Hellcats have seen a bit of fuse there. I think the King Tiger is probably worth losing the Hellcat bullet for. And there goes the King Tiger. Raiders seem to get more fire. Land Warper hitting the Rifleman Squad against the damage there on the repair bunkers. Rifleman Squad does fall back, and now the Pershing and the Allied armor should just fall back. They're battered and bruised. They're not dead. Mostly. Frag grenade was thrown there. I'll say propaganda could have been the terror doctrine probably would be much better if you would have called on the M2 the Firestorm barrage earlier on this M2. Did a better accuracy when there was 2 over here of the V1 barrage. That would allow his teammates Flak Idiots to be stopping replace as often. I don't say the propaganda wasn't bad. I think it was his unwillingness to take out the M2s early on was the issue. But it's there onto these bunkers now. They're starting to get overwhelmed. As I've getting over Panzerstrikes in this region as well. Multiple over these prayer bunkers going down, and now we do also got the Calliope barrage raining on in. Watching missing these Grenadiers, however. Another thing that may actually say would have been better for the Wehrmacht players is if the VPs were not 1,000. Because technically, the Allies lost over 500 VPs. If there's a normal VP game, the Wehrmacht players would have won. But then again, that may have changed how aggressive your opponents are in protecting the VPs and going after the VPs. And it looks like the Wehrmacht players have now backed the game.
Enemy unit
Yep, I want to fast forward until the game's over. Since one player's backed out, the other one's backing out now. And that's the end of the replay. This is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. So, now looking at the time, that's going to be my last replay for tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest.